Sorry, I had to run back there for a minute. Hey guys, I'm King Living 25, your Jackal Games, your Master 9, and I am actually fairly tired today. But I'm still not tired enough. I'm not tired so that to get back into Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. So last time we played that, we managed to reunite the group, find some hidden ruins, and Espella ran off on her own. And after that, we went chasing after her. Orange for her to get canned into a really big, ugly mess. And she apparently been accused of killing her dad, the storyteller, and being the actual Great Witch Padilla. Our job is to prove that ain't right. It's not right, obviously, but we have to. It's very difficult to prove because everyone is. Anyways, that countdown says we have 2 days, 2 weeks to the big old Switch 2. So, oh boy, I'm pumped for that thing. I will do an unwrap video and stick it on YouTube and take it here and do it on show it off live and maybe put it on YouTube at some point. I have to transfer my videos from point A to point B at some point as well. And I'm still working on it. I'm just taking my time with it, and work's been kind of crazy lately. A lot of really old beyond legacy stuff has been going cuckoo, and it's kind of hard to diagnose sometimes. So that's all there is to it. All right, so let's chillax, have some fun, and solve the mysteries. And you? Okay. So this tells what happened, what Luke and Layton were doing. They're heading over to the Storyteller Tower. They got to the front door, and I saw the puzzle, but then we switched back over to Maya and Phoenix getting ready for the trial. And we did find some good clues for that. We found an odd, soggy, white and flower-covered robe. We apparently have a pendant and a mechanism for said pendant. And a few earth systems. Finally started the last witch trial. The witch's court will no longer serve any purpose once the Great Witch Padilla is burned. The issue, however, is the victim and the perpetrator. But it's Bella and Padilla. I'm not buying it one bit. I mean, the storyteller is their dad. I don't know what would happen between them. But a father would never do that to his child. Hey, there's some twisted people out there. I think you're right, Maya. But no one else does. They're all throwing accusations at her. I just feel so sorry for Espella. It feels like this whole case is under some kind of bad spell. A spell? Yeah, we just can't see it yet. That's why it's so vital we expose the real witch behind all this. And we gotta do it during the trial. I believe in Nick. Oh, by the way. Yeah, what are you going to do during this trial? I mean, if you're thinking about watching... What? You mean you don't want me to be by your side? I didn't take you for the cold-hearted guy, Nick. That's not what I mean. Let me finish before you start jumping to conclusions. What I was going to say is that you can't let people see you. You're supposed to be, you know, dead. You were cast into the flames, remember? Oh, right, that. I mean, after I was on trial for the murder of Sir Top Hat. Don't understand me, Sir Blue Knight. I already got it covered. Check it out. I bought this with me, and with this matchful guide, I shall be transformed into Maya the Ironclad. I found it in Barnes room and figured I'd borrow it for a while. Don't tell me you're going to the trial wearing that thing. I sure am. Can't be Maya the Unclad without being clad in iron. Let's just hope Barnum doesn't flip out if he sees you wearing his trusty headgear. Anyways, I'm gonna do what I can to help. We gotta save the spell, right? We will. Come on, let's get going. It's time to break whatever bad spell a spell is under and put an end to these witch trials once and for all. That sounds fun. Right. You okay with that, aren't you, Espella? Man, she's brainwashed herself. It's the same eyeball look she had when back in the very first trial of the game. We can't let that stand now, can we? Oh. And this time, no mechanisms, straight up cave with a and no hidden pit hole.
There's a ton of people out there, Nick.
Let's do this.
Oh my gosh, that is not butt monkey mode. That is, I'm gonna kick butt, take names, and make them see it. So let's kick butt, take names, and make them see it.
Now, as scheduled, the trial of Espella Cantabella shall commence forthwith. Knights of the court, are you ready now to cross your swords of justice?
Dark Law.
The Knights of the Inquisition have spent countless years trying to track down the elusive Great Witch.
And you still fail to catch her.
The secret of her identity shall finally be brought to light in
That's
this
true.
very court.
Mm-hmm.
All those present, pay attention, so that the truth may be burned into your memory. Today, the legend of the Great Witch shall become a closed chapter in the history of Labyrinthia.
Uh-huh.
You could cut the atmosphere with a knife.
Or a sword.
It's so loaded, but at the same time, oddly subdued.
And now, the whole truth shall be revealed to all. The moon, eye of the night, shall bear witness to that. Don't you agree, Defender?
Your Honor, the defense is ready.
How regrettable. I see you won't allow yourself to be provoked.
No, we won't. We're in serious mode today. You may now begin your opening statement, High Inquisitor Dark Law. Thank you. People of Labyrinthia, the story has ended. Its end has been sealed through the Storyteller's death. The one who put an end to the life of the Storyteller, and to the story which governed our life was the Great Witch Badilla. A foul embodiment of evil who has long been lurking among us, concealed deep within the consciousness of a certain girl. I'm sure you are aware of her name, I refer to, of course, to Espella Cantabella. Oh, I guess Eve's up there too. Today at dusk, a tragedy unfolded right in front of us all. Oh, that was a great snapshot, wasn't it? A giant fire dragon descended into the town square, devouring the Storyteller. 'Twas a nightmarish vision we shall never be able to forget. The fearsome fire beast, of which we had only heard tell through legend, returned to the hand of the Great Witch. Indeed, it was just as an illustration of the legendary fire. And the girl, within whose heart lies the Great Witch herself, has committed her final and most heinous crime. The crime of patricide. May this trial serve as an offering. An offering to the Storyteller, who can be with us no longer. Thank you, High Inquisitor. The Inquisition name now begins proceedings. As I have said, this unthinkable crime took place in the town square, within plain sight of all Labyrinthians. Everyone is a witness. Sure, there could be no need for a formal interrogation. You can't say that. I suggest you mind your temper, Defender. In a few moments, you have no option but to accept the truth. Once we hear from the very mouth of the accused. From Espella. The Inquisition hereby demands that the accused, Espella Cantabella, testify about her crime. Or rather, that she confessed to it. The Inquisition's request shall be granted. Bring Spella Cantabella down the witness stand. This is it, the last trial. In all likelihood, Spella will admit to the charges. I have only one chance to break whatever spell she's under. When she testified, there are bound to be some clues to the truth in there. We got to crack a confession in her testimony. Now that you're here, witness, state your name and tell us your real name as well.
My name is Spella Cantabella. But I
She is
have
totally out of it.
another name too. Bazella.
Order in the court. Then you really do admit that you are the Great Witch. You openly concede that you are Bazella herself, the cause of all evil and destruction. Yes. Great. They're all blood hungry. The Inquisition is right. The accused herself has spoken. It is seen there is no need for interrogation. I assure you there is none. Oh, we know what to say to that now, don't we? The only possible verdict has been clear to everyone from the very beginning.
Hold it!
Maya, where'd you get the coat? Where'd you get the robe? Let's hear about the accused side of the story. Magic exists in this world, right? So if you think about it, a spell could be under the influence of a spell as well. Brainwashing. What I'd like to know is this. Just who in the world are you, young knight? Oh, me? How'd I put it? I feel like we met somewhere before. It was, what was it again? We haven't. It's just your imagination, Your Honor. I mean, my lord. As for I am with Sir Blue Knight. Not in a romantic way, of course. Is this the front of your defender? Yes, and, don't comment on the helmet, please. She really likes you to have her, like to have her face seen. How can I put it gently? It's not something you want to look at. Burn. What are you talking about? You make it sound like there's a problem with my face. I can assure you we have no interest in your face, miss. Although I do wonder where you acquired that particular helm. But why that? A helm of that ilk is not something you can just simply purchase from a street stall. Well, I found it. In the forest. Find a keeper, you know? What are you doing, Maya? You promised me you wouldn't draw attention. Well, sorry, Nick, I lost it a bit. Well, and anyways, the defense's opinion that follows. We should hear the defendant's testimony before coming to a verdict. There may be something even she isn't aware of. How amusing. As this would be the last witch trial ever held, perhaps it's only fitting that we cross swords before you accept your defeat. I agree. Thus, the accused herself will now testify. Miss Cantabella, tell the court of your involvement in this incident. Alright, here we go. About the incident. I finally realized that Bazella's been lying dormant within me. Once everything fell and the rain ceased, I climbed up the wooden stairs of that bell tower and waited the parade. I waited for my father's speech to end, then I summoned the fire dragon. I don't know why I killed my father. Well, the first three statements are pretty plain day. But that last one. When you did magic against your father. Interesting. Were you doing so as a Spella, Cantabella, or as a Great Witch Bazella? The most fascinating query. However, it matters not. And the Inquisition has ingeniously solved the query by disregarding it. What matters is that Bazella exists within this girl. Being a witch is a crime. such a fundamental rule will always hold. There's a way to break that. This girl here is not just any witch. She's the Great Witch. Spella has admitted to the charges, just as I expected. I just have to hope that I can find some contradiction in her testimony. If I don't, we can kiss this trial goodbye. Defense may begin the interrogation. Defenders, stay your sword of justice. Should I see it waver or point in the wrong direction, I will not hesitate to cut down your argument and end the interrogation. You had better keep that in mind. All right, I'm kind of curious on that last one. In order for a crime to happen, in any case, you need an alibi, a murder weapon. Sorry, for any kind of murder crime to happen, you need an alibi. You need to be in the right spot. You need a murder weapon. You gotta have a tool to do the job with. Could be to hold the guy head on the water or whatever, or in this case, burning by fire. And thirdly, you need to have an MO. That's what I'm going to exploit in this first bit of testimony here. Espella is very unsure about her MO. She doesn't know why she killed her dad. That doesn't make sense to me at all. It's way short. I'm gonna start by hitting here. That may be because you didn't kill him. Maybe because you didn't kill him. It's useless to find a witness. Who killed the storyteller? I killed him. This common knowledge of all things, but written in the story will become a reality. And Bedelle's appearance has been written in the story's final chapter. She has no choice but act out the role that has been written for her. In other words, everything happened according to the storyteller's story. Well, that didn't help a bit, not it. I gotta find the contradictions fast. If the cross-examination ends now, what will happen to Spella? She'll be pronounced guilty and sentenced as the Great Witch Bedella. Talk about drastic measures. Hurry up and find something to object to, Nick. Haste, waste, and haste. I need to gather more info first. Yep, there it is. Gotta press. The professor bound to show up soon and bring us that awesome evidence we need. You can't let the trial end before then. Alright, so that wasn't the right spot to press, but let's check the way I have in pockets. Wait a minute. What this? Hold on. The vigilante record. The bell tower was consistently guarded and there were no trespassers. Did I see a bit of testimony about that? This strikes me as odd. The vigilante report states that the bell tower was constantly guarded and there were no trespassers. Yet Espella just said she walked up to climb the wooden stairs of the bell tower and awaited the parade. Which means she actually passed through the guide. Let's press it. Where were you before that? We were looking for you. I'm not sure. When I came to, I was in town. It was pouring, so I wanted to go to Aunt Patty's bakery and wait for her to stop. But I couldn't face her, so I just went to the forest instead. So you were in the forest until the incident. We couldn't find you though. The rain finally stopped, and the time came. I made my way over town square. I was feeling strange, as if I wasn't myself. Like that. Then I noticed up to the bell tower. I was on the bell tower looking up down the square. A spell is not a witch, and that means there's gotta be something strange about this statement. Witness, continue your testimony. Yes, my lord. No, don't continue your testimony. Go back. This. Hit. And
Objection!
boom, we got it. I knew it. Vigilantes were guarding the bell tower all day. Is that the Vigilantes report? Indeed, according to this, the Vigilantes have been constantly guarding the entrance to the bell tower ever since it appeared. However, there's nothing about Espella going up the tower in the report.
Objection!
We got a hole. Your mother has failed you. That girl is a witch, the Great Witch at that. It's only natural to assume that she used something akin to invisibility magic. Isn't that so, witness? Yes. Oh God, I don't have to repeat this. Objection. Even magic follows certain rules in this world. The witches need to be holding a Talia Magica in order to use magic. Yep. And you were in possession of one at the time. Oh, look at that. We cracked her back out again. Oh.
Objection.
How horrifying your ignorance is. Excuse me? Did you honestly think the difference between a regular and a great witch was the name alone? The great witch, unlike other witches, can command any magic she desires without the use of a scepter.
Objection.
So the whole book is open to her? That's news to me. Every labyrinthian should know about that. A witch's scepter can only hold 2 gems at once. Whoever heard of a great witch that can only use 2 spells? Ah, okay, okay. Order, order! In any case, this should convince you that the accused entered the tower. What steps? This is a sketch showing footprints? It was rain before the parade reached the town square. Obviously, if you walk through muddy streets before climbing the staircase, you would inevitably leave footprints on the steps. This sketch shows that there are indeed muddy footprints present on the bell tower stairs. And since you're no doubt to be quick to ask, I can tell you that they match the sole of the accused's shoes. It's certain that the accused climbed up to the bell tower after the rain had fallen. Okay. Very well. The court accepts the sketch as evidence. More data, finally. I almost pity you, defender. Yeah. Pity my butt. You can pity me much later. Okay, well, this is pretty simple to look at. Pretty simple, just muddy footsteps going up the tower, but they're pretty non-discrepant, aren't they? You don't seem to tell much about them. The evidence you threw in our faces with such verve was sadly useless. Indeed, it would seem there are no problem with the testimony after all. Let's not waste time. If you can carry on with the interrogation, that is, if the defendant hasn't run out of ideas yet. The judge seems ready to announce the verdict at any second. Gotta find a flaw in the testimony, and fast. I need solid lead in this case. Okay. This is a tough one. I'm actually not sure what to do here. Thank God for hearing that. Give me a second, guys. All right, let's spell cross animation. Good. Okay, I'm not really sure where to go here. So let's do a full court press here. Huh? Shared hype train up now? So you finally realized. Yes, I've always had a feeling, but my memory is rather hazy. I seem to do this. I always felt as though I'm not who I think I am, and I think that I've forgotten something very important. Incidentally, when did you become aware of Bazella's presence within you? It was when I went to the Grand Archive with Mr. Layton and Luke. Ever since I saw the mural depicting Bazella, I started having strange flashbacks. I saw things from a distant past, memories of the legendary fire. Really? The legendary fire? Not exactly. I was there when it happened. I saw a town consumed by flames. You couldn't have. That's impossible. The legendary fire occurred over 100 years ago, and there were no survivors. Yes, I know that. But it's true, I remember it happening. Because I'm... oh, yeah, right. Back to testimony. Okay. I think I pressed that right, but I will skip it. I'm gonna press this now. You summoned the fire dragon with that spell, Grand Worm, right? Yes, that's the one. Although I won't say it now. I'm sure something terrible would happen if I did. That's fine, that's fine. No need to prove that statement. In fact, the code permits to prove it. Of course I won't say it. There's something strange about this statement. I think I know exactly what was bothering me about it. So you used that dragon summon spell, but didn't have a scepter. The scepter can use all spells without the stick, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a little too OP, don't you think? That's probably what makes a great witch, well, great. She'd be a pretty sorry great witch if you could only choose 2 spells. Uh-huh, yeah, I guess so. Continue. Oh, here we go. Nick, have you noticed how weird Spell is acting today? I sure have. It's almost like she's a puppet, but who's pulling the strings? Eh? Cat. Eve. Nick, look, it's Eve. She must have been here to root for a Spella. I don't think a cat's emotional support is going to help us all that much. Well, this is an unexpected intrusion. But we're in the middle of an interrogation. I will ask the witness to carry on with the testimony. You know, we have two people on the stage now, and the cat is a witness, technically. Let's press everything again. Yeah, just like I thought. Look at the top screen. Look at the top screen here. We now have an Eve button. So let's go through all the statements again with Eve on the board and see what happens. See if I can pull something out of the cat. When you say you finally realized, I think yes, I've always had a feeling. I was hazy. I've always go in the archive. Saw everything we know about this statement. I'm waiting for the realization thing. All right, that was pointless. This is gonna get me kind of curious now.
Objection.
Okay, the visitor report said they didn't see you. Obviously, that would be because she used an invisibility spell. That's true. A spell. Do you have a clear recollection of using such a spell? I don't. But I left footprints on the stairs, so I think it's pretty clear I must have. What's clear is the evidence. There can be no room for doubt. Really, Dark Claire? I'd say it's pretty clear that we don't have all the facts yet. Anyways, I better try a different approach. Wait, what? Oh, Mohammed, hey, hey, dude, how you doing?
Hold it!
You're what? Great.
Hang on!
I have a question for you, Eve. And I'm tired. I've been trying to diagnose legacy equipment all week. Actually, I've been trying to diagnose legacy equipment for 3 weeks. We're having trouble with it because it's really old tech. I'm like 25 years old tech. It's driving me a little spare. So, but I'm okay. I think I made a breakthrough, so I have an idea how to fix it. It's just I need to focus on it. I can't take it. I don't want to I need to just focus on it, you know? So, other than that though, I'm okay. I'm just working on this trial. Eve, just what on earth are you doing, Defender? I was just... Eve is Bella's friend, so I was wondering if she might want to have some input. Whether or not this furry little witness can contribute to the testimony seems to be obvious at a glance. That's so. I guess questioning a cat isn't the best idea. Where's Luke when you need him? Do you wish to say something, High with a dark law? I just remember a line from a fairy tale I heard when I was little. A fairy tale about Bazella. The Great Witch was always accompanied by a black cat. So it was claimed. It would seem there's a grain of truth in that fairy tale after all. That's true, Eve always followed me. Always? Oh, Nick, that means they must have been together when the incident happened too. Now she mentioned it. I think I saw a black cat at the bell tower when it happened. Oh yes, Eve was missing me in the bell tower. Correct it. Your Honor. Yes, Defender. The defense requests that Miss Cantabella's comment be added to the testimony. Oh boy, Darklaw's not happy about that, is she? Witness, add what you just said about the cat to your testimony. Yes, my lord. Objection! So, I'm doing okay, just tired. I'm sorry, Spella. But there's a problem with that statement. Problem? You went up the bell tower in the evening after it stopped raining, correct? Yes, I think so, after all. There's proof of that. My footprints were left on the stairs. That's right. There were footprints on the steps. However, there's something missing in this sketch. Missing? What do you mean, Defender? There are no paw prints of Spella's cat, Eve. Oh. You said Eve was following you, right? In which case, naturally, there would have to be cat paw prints on the stairs as well. Got it. Oh, that's a tough one to crack. This is very tough testimony stuff. And here I thought you would say something that makes sense. Such a silly assertion that can be easily explained. The cat doesn't climb up on the accuser's shoulders. Was that not the case, witness? She disliked dirt and was running and she tended to climb up my shoulders.
Objection!
Nope. Not taking that. Then why didn't you say that before? You testified that the cat was following you. Objection! Come on, a little more. This is such a trifling matter, Defender. You would do well to just let it go. Darklaw, you do not look like an Airedalian princess. Come on. It might seem that way to you, but it has important implications. It shows that Espella's testimony is not reliable. What do you mean? For a while now, Espella hasn't been testifying in her own words. All the vital parts of the testimony have been come from the High Inquisitor Darklaw. Ooh. That's a new one. Let me set it up, huh? Thank you, Mohammed. There we go. Yeah, reach, huh? Bruh, I beat that one ages ago, but I still need to do Halos 1, 2, 3, 4, and Infinite on stream. Not sure how I'm gonna do that either. What? My bad. There you go. Nice idea. Thank you, Mohammed. She made Espella say those things. How do you claim that I, the High Inquisitor, are responsible for making the accused commit perjury? Well, if that's not the case, then there's one more possibility. Namely, that the witness, Miss Cantabella, has no clear recollection of what happened. Alright, thanks for this chat idea, Mohammed. I'll talk to you later. Okay, name of the witness is Cantabella has no clear recollection of what happened this evening. What? Are you saying the witness has no memory of the incident? Espella, do you actually remember what happened? No, I didn't want to... No, oh, Come on, I'm misfiring everything today. Do you remember entering the bell tower and summoning the fire dragon? Yes. Did you say you also remember the legendary fire which burned this town to the ground? Yes, I do. Even though it was a long time ago. And you remember tonight's event just as clearly. Do you truly remember summoning that terrifying fire dragon and killing your own father? Come on, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Bazella, am I not? I can remember it. The legendary fire. Why can't I remember anything about what happened tonight? Push it, Your Honor. The defendant is confused and cannot remember what happened. Therefore, her confession that she is the Great Witch is not credible.
Objection.
Oh. She's fighting back. What are you talking about, defender? She admits that she's Bazella.
Objection.
Right back at ya. Her testimony doesn't hold together. I am more than one person. Who's the other one within me? No! And she's gone. It's Bella? She just fainted. Court attendants carry the accused to the emergency care room. Ooh. Well, that was a fight and a half. And now we got the puppet off her strings and away. A brief summary of the accused's current situation. Bella Cantabella has became extremely agitated during the interrogation and proceeded to lose consciousness. She fainted. She remains unconscious, although her life is not in danger until the verdict release. Well, that's a relief. She's having pretty worried there. Nick, I don't mean to sound insensitive or anything, but this is just what we needed. I'm not sure I follow. The professor's out looking for clues to help us out, right? That means all we gotta do is buy some more time until he returns to the finding. Maya's right. That's just what we're going to do. Your Honor. Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's possible that someone at the crime scene was manipulating the defendant. The defense proposes an intermission in order to carry out further investigation. What is your opinion on this, High Inquisitor Darklaw? My opinion is that the defender is just playing for time. He saw right through my plan. However, I shall allow it, as long, of course, as the town folks who are gathered here have no objection. Oh, very well then. So be it.
Hold it.
Uh-oh. Oi, this guy.
Stop messing around. What he said, what he said. You can't squirm your way out of this. What he said, what he said. Cause we know everything.
Okay.
What he said, what he said.
Who are you? Spudley's older brother?
We will reveal your wrongdoings to everyone gathered here. We shall do this!
Great. I guess maybe they got a bolt of lightning to the brain. Order, order, order! If anyone here should be silent, it's not us, but the defender over there. Huh? And you are, who are you? You asked who we are? We are the ones who watch the bell tower, guard the bell tower, and take cover from raiding the bell tower. We are the bell tower guards, also known as the Vigilantes, and I am their captain. Alright, that guy showed up at the crime scene when we were trying to investigate. You there, you defender. Yes. What was it you said earlier while taking advantage of all the confusion, like the rascal you are? You said someone at the crime scene may be manipulating the accused. We vigilantes were at the crime scene. Are you suggesting that we were manipulating that witch? No, that's totally not what you don't think you can silence us just like that. We shall have our say now. They sure will, no matter what anyone else has to say about it. We are the vigilantes, dutiful, righteous, superior, happy, fulfilled on the job. Our passion is burning, our blood is red. If it was another color, I'd be concerned and either throw you into Area 51 or something, or put you in medical. If you fail to speak out, we will have no choice but to turn to violence. I disapprove of violence. The burning witches being necessary exception, naturally. In which case, it's best just let them have their say. Huh? You may not know this, but it is not unusual for the accused to fall unconscious in this court. No kidding. Let us lend our ear to these brave knights. We shall hear what they have witnessed. Very well. These knights shall we accept as witnesses. They may testify. I got a bad feeling about this. All of a sudden. People labyrinth, did you hear the word of the judge? Today's trial is not over yet. In fact, it is just beginning. Now, Vigilante's Captain Boystrom, you may testify to your heart's content. Lady Darklaw, I thank you for this honor. I will talk to my heart's content. You can be sure of that. And boy, can this guy talk. And talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. I wonder if who else is like that. Well, sure, not me, huh? Alright. Oh, joy. So much for buying some time. We are buying time. They just talk a lot. Oh, and this lovely little number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Objection!
Wait a minute, what the heck is this? We vigilantes despise injustice and inequality. We shall remain united, friendly, confident, and self-reliant. We have come to do away with this Phoenix defender trying to protect the witch. We shall fight, and we shall protect our town from this villainous defender. Yeah, whatever. Did I just hear something crash to the floor? Honorable vigilantes, let's first hear your proud names. I am vigilante number 1, captain of the unit. My name is Boystrom. I am number 2. My name is Lottalaps. And I am vigilante 3. My name Balmug. They say dogs that bark don't bite. I assure you, I do bite. 4. Name is Lyrewood. I'm vigilante number 5. My name is Shaky. I number 6, and no more than a hope of slave to love. My humble name is Service. I'm Cecile Angel Grace, and the vigilante of my sweet present. Her name is Foxy. Don't you dare forget it. I am but a man who wants nothing more than feel Foxy steel heels on his back. You can call me Tread-On. Vigilante number 9. I go by the name of Division. Okay, hold on. I got to do this right. Dizibil Charlton Chunchu Missile. As for me, I am the 10th vigilante. Nothing more, nothing less. Just that. What the biscuits? There's no use. I can't remember that many new names and faces at once. You're not the only one. So we have Boystrom, his 3 yes men, Shaky, Foxy, her two toys, a short stack with a very long name, and Wordsmith. Wow! I remember this being simple. Present evidence, find contradiction, kick bad guy butt. What happened to that? Tell us everything about you saw on this dreadful night. We have been guarding the tower ever since it appeared. No one ever said a bad word about us. Nearby, the defender tried to hide his decisive proof that the girl is a great witch, but he couldn't fool us. Before the rain, after the rain, at no point did a single suspicious person approach the bell tower. But then suddenly, footprints appeared on the bell tower stairs. When I saw them, I thought, it's that witch. My eyes went hazy. It made me shake and I got dizzy. The rain stopped and a beautiful butterfly appeared outside. Rain is so loathsome. My steel stilettos get dirty from the mud, and my lovely hair loses its texture. Hers, not mine. You have no idea how delightful it is when Foxy steps on us in our dirty stilettos, imprinted the mud on our backs. I didn't run away. I did my duty when I discovered the intruder, I tell you. I have been mulling over this incident, and just now the realization has dawned on me. I remember nothing. You are a useless old fart. Well, I suppose it's going to be something about saying, y'all did the best you could. Even the judge is like, yeah, these guys are morons. The vigilante have been taking turns guarding the tower since his appearance. Let's throw her. Only a witch could have gone past them unnoticed. Or someone taking advantage of the laws of the world. Yes, that would seem to be true. However, I must say something caught my attention in that testimony. Defender? Yes, Your Honor. Have you been concealing important evidence? Huh? Why do I do that? Don't think you can get off the hook by claiming you forgot about it. Right, Captain Bolstrom? Of course he won't. Defender, you and your companion tampered the crime scene. And tried to sneak away with a very important piece of evidence. We did? Wait, did they talk about the pendant? But in the end, we gave it to you guys. We weren't trying to steal anything. That does, sir. We saw you put it in your pocket. Oh, right, that. The evidence we retrieved from you has been passed on to the Inquisition. We have done our citizenly duty. And that's so, Lady High with the Dark Law. This thing, was it? Oh, that's the pendant on that Espella Cantabella is always wearing, is it not? We've seen that thing. That's Espella's pendant. She never goes without it. Wait, did she have that on earlier? That's weird. It has to be hers after all. She went to the bell tower and used witchcraft. Very well, the pendant will be accepted as evidence. Okay, I played enough Apollo Justice to know. Played enough of Apollo Justice cases to notice that notice tells. This is interesting. Gotta keep mental note of that. Well, the accused was caught in the act, so this pendant doesn't change the situation much. Although it should at least clear any doubts as to whether or not she was at the crime scene. Oh man, if they had just appeared 5 seconds later, they wouldn't have seen us swiping that thing. We weren't even gonna swipe it. We're gonna stick it in the mechanism and see what it did. Are you okay? You're spacing out. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Was this me? But the dog ball looks mighty uncomfortable now. What's more, on close inspection, that pendant seems to have some kind of blackish stains on the strap. Finally! Pendant, found the crime scene. The strap has been torn and has some black stains on it. Defender, begin your interrogation. Oh my god, I am not pressing all 10 of these morons. Okay. You're pointless, because all you're doing is just saying the random stuff. No stuff. Pointless. Okay, that's not... Pressing that guy is not going to help me at all. If he saw footprints appear in the Delta Tower, why did he act on it?
Hold it!
Hold on a minute. You saw the footprints on the steps too? Yes, my footprints left by one person. From the entrance all the way up. The footprints you saw, are the ones shown in the sketch? If these are the footprints in the bell tower, yeah. And when did you notice these footprints? After the rain, but still quite some time before the incident. Wait a second, Liarwood. I don't remember you reporting this to me. Yeah, that's right, I didn't report it. Liarwood? Why not? I thought you were serious about your duty. At least compared to the others. Why did you neglect to report that? You're right, Captain. It was out of the character. I'm sure there's a good reason why I didn't report it to you. There's no use. I've forgotten. Interesting. More amnesia. I think I remember if someone could give me a clue. That guy, he's teasing us. We can only hope he remembers what it is. But his testimony did give us some new info to go on. The culprit entered the bell tower soon after the rain stopped. That's interesting. Alright. My eyes went hazy, it made me shake, and I got dizzy. I don't think I pushed this guy too hard. Pointless. Pointless. Completely pointless. I didn't run away. I did my duty when I discovered the intruder, I tell ya. Wait, this guy discovered the intruder. Hold it. You discovered the intruder? Can you tell me more about that? It's big honking long name. I'm gonna say that because I can't pronounce that every time. Excuse me? If you want to ask me something, address me by my name. Make things funny because I'm a baron and all. Make fun of me because I'm a baron and all, and I'll make you get it. Oh, okay. It's just Bill. Big long name here. Can I get it right? Can ya? I'm not talking about the anime. That is some serious language. Oh, come on. Maya, what the? What the beans? How does she pronounce that perfectly? Dizibil Charlton Chunchukmil. Can you please tell us what you know? This evening during the incident, what did you see? Sure, I saw the witch's footprints. That's what I saw. Great, thank you, Maya. But how? Insert Longham. Looks kind of Mayan. Diz been a Charlton Chun Chukmel. Do you mean these footprints drawn in the stretch? Aye, those are the ones. And then what did you do after discovering the intruder? The chief told me to report only the intruder I saw, right? Oh. Someone just... Yep, there we go. Alright, so we're pretty much on Vigilante 9 here. Any question?
Hang on!
Uh-oh. No change. Excuse me, Mr. Boystrom. Oh! What's this out of the blue? Have some respect for the Vigilantes. Is there anything you'd like to comment on from number 9 testimony? Comment? Well, certainly. I remember his report. Trained footprints on the bell tower staircase. Why didn't you investigate as soon as it was reported? We are fast-footed vigilante, the most dutiful of knights, given our all for the utmost sense of accomplishment. It is unthinkable that we would not launch an investigation after a report like that. And yet, I don't recall any such report being passed on to the Inquisition. That's right, I have my hands full with assigned tasks to each of the vigilantes myself. So I got a hold of a reliable vigilante and gave him the following order. Investigate the specific footprints that appeared on the space immediately. That's what I said to him. Who was that reliable vigilante? It was... Well, I'm having a bit of trouble remembering who it was. But I'm sure it was a young and high-spirited vigilante. And wait, I just heard someone go question emote, so let's see here. These are not vigilantes. They're freaking clowns. Hang on. Can I ask you something, Shaky? What happened to this poor sap? He literally got in a fight with a bear and lost. Repeatedly. You can't board that poor guy with your ruthless questioning. Just look at him. He might not be able to take it. How am I supposed to talk to him then? Let's try this again. Please excuse me, Mr. Shaky. The person that the captain asked to investigate the suspicious footprints, was that you, by any chance? Yes. What? It was him? Seriously? I feel compelled to say this, but... although Mr. Shaky may be young, very few will describe him as high-spirited. What? That may be so, but, well, what of it? Mr. Shaky, did you not follow your orders? Did you investigate the footprints? I investigated them. Of course, orders. Everyone looked to be very busy. No one listened to me. Now, someone finally asked me about it. Vigilante Shaky, ready to report. Do need bed rest, not questioning. I feel for you, Judgy. That was a very convulsive testimony. Well, at least we now know that this young man's report didn't reach anyone because the seniors were too busy to listen. Yeah, people treat me like a baron. Kid, did my report go to waste? What's that? The fourth Lyrewood seems kind of lost in thought. Nick, let's find out more about the footprints. Yep, let's do it. I can only hope this is all leading somewhere. Well, I can't present anything. There's nothing to present. But since Lyrewood's now very stuck in thought, and we brought the report up, let's press them. Hang on a minute. You saw the footprints and stuff too. Yep, my footprints left by one person from the entrance all the way up. The footprints you saw are the ones shown in the sketch. If these are the footprints from the bell tower, yeah. And when do you notice these footprints? After the rain, but still quite some time before the incident. Wait a second, Lyrewood. I don't remember you reporting this to me. There's that pose again. Yeah, that's right. I didn't report it. Lyrewood, why not? I thought you were serious about your duty, at least compared to the others. Why did you neglect to report that? You're right, Captain. And without a character, I'm sure there's a good reason why I didn't report it to you. Yes, no, you're that bad. This guy's like teasing us. Did I screw something up? We're gonna stop. Okay, that doesn't help me, but it's close. I don't want to push. I don't think I should push on shake him. Seven. God, I don't know where to start here. Part of my brain wants to do a full court press. Alright, let's think about this. From start to finish. This is pointless. That's pointless. Pointless. Okay, that's how that's a point. That's a point, but I need to get something going first. I hate to do it. Let's press them. Hold on. You're oh, you're shaky, right? Sorry about that, bud. Yeah, Shaky the name. You feeling okay? Yeah, I'm perfectly peachy. Looks to be deceiving. Did you see anything around the time of the incident? I told you. My eyes were hazy. I was dizzy. The ringing in my ears like the crying of a girl. That's okay, that's all I want to know. But what I like to know is how Mr. Shaky got in the vigilante in the first place. Maybe it's better not to ask. Okay, number 6 is totally brain dead because he's got his eyes on something different. 10's pointless. I already talked to 9. 8's pointless because he's just a brain dead, and I already went through 1 through 4 and 5. 7. Press. Hold it. So you have steel high heels. Yes, boy. See, Foxy's heels are always polished to a sparkle. Wow, I can see myself in a reflection, like mirrors. Do you know anything suspicious during the incident? Not really. She was busy having some tea at the time. You're having tea? I made for her. Tea with milk, just a thing for rainy afternoons. But weren't you supposed to be guarding the bell tower? I couldn't possibly walk around in the rain. Her stilettos would get dirty. Ah, those lovely stilettos. Their tips are sharper than Cousin Barnum's sword. And when they grind against my armor with such force and passion, I'm the happiest man on earth. Oh. Would you like me to squash you under her stilettos? Just say the word. No, I'm fine, thanks. It's not every day someone offers a tread on you. Maybe the labyrinthine custom? I get walked over all over in court and often enough as it is. Now I remember. Hey, look at that. What are you talking about? Yeah, I saw them. I saw the muddy footprints in the bell tower. But I didn't report it to the chief. And now I remember why I didn't report it. If that's the case, you will add to your testimony. Yes, my lord. New data. When I saw those muddy footprints, at first I feared they were foxes. Hold on, that's not right. The guy thought they were foxes? Okay. I don't know Jack and Diddley squat about shoes. The only thing I know about is that you can buy gym shoes for the gym, running shoes to go outside run, good shoes to walk around in if you're going to walk around a lot all day. If you want, people of certain persuasions, otherwise, will buy stilettos and high heels. I'm not going to that nonsense. And finally, I get Heelys because I like Heelys, and I got a lot of flat floor to roll around on. But I'm fairly sure a footprint with a stiletto point and has a different tread pattern. So zooming in on this here, I would say the tread pattern is more like this. Like you're walking in, but I've seen it. And I've seen enough weird TV to know that a stiletto walks on, you're walking on pretty much the balls of your feet, kind of. With the stiletto bit of the high heel hoisting your whole foot up in the air and make you like walk on your toes. I know we went to that for that. So that means this guy's got it wrong. And I can object to it by saying, he said he figured foxy. I'm going to object here. Objection. Objection? You're pretty sure that the footprints in the bell tower were Miss Foxy's. But in other words, the footprints you saw were the stiletto footprints with the pointy tips. See? Yeah, pointy. They were hers for sure. Yeah, we have found a sketch of the footprints as they were found after the incident. Oh, those footprints, they have rounded tips. Mm-hmm. And much bigger heel print. So see, Mr. Liarwood, your testimony contradicts the evidence. No way. That was a lot of work. That's 10 people in nail. That sketch was drawn by the court illustrator based on how we found the items immediately after the incident. I can guarantee that the sketch was accurate. Well, I saw what I saw. There's no way I was wrong. How can you say that? The reason is pretty simple. If I'd seen footprints like those in the sketch, it would occur to me that it might be foxes. Exactly, those are nothing like foxes. Street foxes prints look like this. Why am I getting Melanie in my head all of a sudden? I'm watching way too much One Piece. This is quite puzzling. Perhaps the defense can explain the contradiction? Only one trail of footprints were found at the bell tower. One of the witnesses claimed that the footprints had pointy tips. But the illustrator's sketch of the crime scene showed they were rounded. Is the witness's account correct, or is the sketch that shows the truth? So I have three options here. Liar was correct, the sketch is correct, or they're both correct. Right, so first thing first, if I say that liar was correct, that means that I'm pretty objecting to the evidence. And that causes confusion, headaches, and problems. Dark Law will immediately object to that and say I'm an idiot for saying such a thing. The sketch is correct, which would pretty much lay us back around a circle. So, that means there's only one true answer here. And it's actually pretty simple. They're both correct. Both the witnesses and the sketch are correct, Your Honor. What? Well, whatever's left, a process of elimination, whatever's left, however crazy is the truth. Two different types of footprints were observed in the bell tower. Now, if neither party is mistaken, it means that two trails of footprints were left on the stairs.
Objection!
It's so obvious I shouldn't have to mention it, but if you trust that the sketch presents the fact accurately, there was only one trail left on those steps. You can see it quite clearly.
Objection!
Actually, it's possible the sketch is showing two trails. And how would that be? Let's organize this event on a timeline. Mr. Lai would discover the footprints soon after the rain stopped. Which means that at that point, someone had already entered the bell tower. Yes, that would be the case. The footprints that were observed then had pointy tips. And then sometime later, another person went up those stairs. But that person left different footprints. Footprints with rounded tips. Oh, I think I see where this is going. Pretty sneaky. Walking your own feet. Or you're walking your own footprints. I'm glad you follow, Your Honor. You see the second person stamped right over the pointy ones. Walked on the footprint that had already been left, perfectly covering them up as they went. What? This explains why only one trail of footprints was left behind.
Objection!
Oh, preposterous! That's just too far-fetched. What makes you say that? Even we can tell you that much. There's no way there are two intruders. Dorks. It's a big stretch, honey. Oh God. Even a buddy had. If a buddy had it was a witch. Was the witch that was invisible? I can't pronounce that at all. We never seen the other one. What you may say makes sense, but it's the fact that none of you know it's the second intruder. And the only explanation for that is that the second intruder was also a witch who also made herself invisible when she entered the bell tower. What? One. Oh, hang on. Oh, man. It's a cool point. I remember doing this chase, and I remember doing this bit where you had to blast, where you knocked down all of them at once. Order! There were two witches?
Objection!
Ludicrous. Are you honestly suggesting that two witches managed to sneak into the bell tower? It may seem ludicrous to you, but you can't say it's not a possibility. It's easy to battle on possibilities, but your theory alone doesn't change anything. We're happy to have some proof to support your little story. Because we do have proof that Spella Cantabella was in fact in the bell tower at the time of the crime. Not only that, well, not only was she seen by many people, but this was found at the crime scene afterwards as well. A Spella's pendant, huh? If you think there's one more person in that tower, then prove it, defender. Very well, the defense shall present evidence. Do you have proof that someone other than the accused was in the bell tower? Alright, let's look this through. Footprints and pendant don't help me out here. Near to the vigilante report. The bell tower plan... not much, not very helpful, is it? The mechanism doesn't help, and the airline doesn't help. This sticks out like a sore thumb. First off, we found the crime scene. Espella wasn't wearing it to our knowledge. And Miss Patty's apparently blasted with flour. And here's the best part. We saw the tower before she blasted it. She came up there raging. Right? That means that there was no robe there. And when we went up to investigate, hello robe. That's my key here. So let's present. Like that. Oh, that's the what is it? Oh, sorry. This robe was found on the top tower of the top floor of the bell tower. As you can see, it's way too big for a Spella. Yes, indeed. That would seem to belong to a much taller person. Vigilante, I'd like you all to confirm something for me. You have been guarding the tower ever since it popped up, correct? Indeed we have, sir. Had anyone ever gone up to the tower before the incident of this evening? Of course not. What would be our purpose if you free a lot of people inside? Suspicious or not, sadly no one ever approaches our bell tower. I see, then... How did this robe get up there? Well, did you get it now? There must have been a second witch in the bell tower. Order! Order! So there were two witches inside that tower? Exactly, Your Honor. It's true the defendant...
Listen!
Shut up, Navi! It's true the defendant was seen in the bell tower at the time of the crime. But if another witch was present too, it's impossible to say for sure that it was Miss Cantabella who summoned the fire dragon. Uh-oh. Wow, that's a lot of objection. Calm down, everyone. We must not let the defender confuddle our understanding of the situation. It was the Great Witch Padella that summoned that fire dragon. I'm gonna expose her for what she is. We very fierce rapids, scaled high mountains, and crossed vast plains to testify in this court and expose the Great Witch. What are they talking about? You know soon. High Inquisitor Darklaw, permit us to testify again. Oh no, not again. You believe that you can reveal the truth about the accused? Yes, Lady Darklaw. We may just be about the commoners, but we shall offer you our testimony with passion, purpose, and possibility. Let us speak now, for the sake of Labyrinthia. Oh man, for the sake of my sanity, please don't speak. Permission granted, may your words be as sharp as swords. And cut through all the lies and fallacies straight to the truth. Okay, I'll take that one. Witness testimony, here we go. The storyteller finished speaking to the crowd at the town square this evening. That's when the Great Witch appeared. I still cannot forget the sound of that terrible incantation. It's undoubtedly that girl's voice. We ran toward the tower as soon as we saw her, keeping our eyes on her to make sure she didn't get away. We split into two groups at the entrance. One group to guard, another and the other to chase down the witch. I was in group one. I was one of the pursuers. I ran into the tower and caught the witch. Really? There was no one else but us at the crime scene. We captured that girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide there. There was no other witch, I'm sure of it. I was gone an entrance. I heard the door. The door looked. That's right, young one. The faithful bell tower, we saw them with our own faithful eyes. Well, I suppose that can again be summed up by saying Y'all did the best you could. Even the judge was like, oh, for freak's sake, this is annoying. The vigilantes were the first to arrive at the crime scene. Their testimony is credible. It does seem so. What they say is indeed true. It would be decisive proof of the accused's guilt. Opposite opponent is the witch. The Great Witch, to be exact. Things probably aren't as simple as they seem. If you think so, feel free to look at any cracks in the testimony. If there are any. If you're up to it. Defender, you may begin interrogation. Alright, remember, we gotta look through all the testimony here. Time to crime. Okay, I'm not denying that. Don't need to really deny that, do I? Okay. Alright. Shaky caught the witch. Let's press.
Hold it!
Wait. Eh? You did it? You caught the witch? She was at the daze. I too was at the daze. Then I seemed to... Oh, unconscious. When I came to, it seemed that I captured her. That means you climbed the tower before anyone else. Yes, that's correct. Let me tell you, that guy's the fastest among us. Runs at breakneck speeds. Number 5 is very light. I'm quite jealous of his feathery build. I just don't know what to say. Poor guy. Okay.
Hold it!
Press. Hide, huh? How can you be sure when there was nowhere to hide? The whole city was watching the tower at the time. If the witch tried to climb using a ladder or something, she would have been seen. Fair point. But we're talking about Bedella here. She could have become invisible and flown out of the tower, you know? Maybe child play for Bedella since she can use any spell she wants. Right, and escape with ease. And yet, Espada was caught at the crime scene. No, it's... It's hardly conclusive. I mean, if that was enough to convince everyone, we wouldn't be having this trial. But there's something in the Foxy testimony that keeps nagging at me. Well, there's really no place to hide. Can any evidence in the court record confirm that? Alright, let's take a look, because apparently Phoenix figured something. Alright, so the crime scene was here. Stupid question. Couldn't the witch just hide in the belfry? Sorry. Let's come back to... Alright, let's come back to that statement and present the plan. Objection. Hey, the music shut off. We got it. The eyes of the whole tower on the bell tower, and the entrances were locked. Uncovered. Which should be able to make themselves invisible, but they can't physically disappear. Which means it's not unreasonable to suggest that escape from the bell tower is nearly impossible. However, hiding themselves actually is a different story. That's a sketch of the bell tower, isn't it? Most fascinating. Well, Defender, how about you show us? Enlighten us as to where exactly the witch could have hidden.
Got it!
The belfry! She hid here, of course, at the very top of the bell tower.
Objection!
It may seem like a possible place to hide. However, that part of the bell tower is inaccessible to anyone. The stairs don't go up as far as the belfry.
Objection!
Hiding with the dark lord will compliment a witch here. A witch can do a lot of things that are impossible to us with the use of magic. Dorks. If you are a true knight of the court, You show us the evidence rather than trying to justify your vague theories with the use of magic. What? So you kind of have the point, Nick. How else could someone get to the top of the bell tower? There has to be a way. Was it magic or something a bit more plausible? Whatever it was, I need proof. It's getting late. I can see no point in dwelling on this. Defendant, you made the interrogation. What? Really? Press. I'm a little lost here. The witch could have used magic to remain unseen. Sorry to oppose me, but no one used main magic at the time. What makes you so sure? To cast a spell, a witch needs to say that spell incantation. And we heard no incantation. Nor. Did I just hear a question noise? We heard no incantation nor any other suspicious noises. Wordsmith? Really? Hang on. Excuse me, Mr. Wordsmith. I do not know anyone by that name. Yeah. Anyways, would you like to comment, Mr. Tread, on testimony? I see you have nothing to say. He's in green field mode again. Do not rush conclusions, young one. I am on a green field, sky-clad, watching petals dancing in the wind. Yep, need to say that. And yet, a single shaft of light has shone through the dark abyss of my memory. I heard something in the bell tower when we went to apprehend the witch. What did you hear? Was it incantation? No, it wasn't an incantation. Nevertheless, it sounded like a woman's voice. Mr. Wordsmith, this is extremely important information. Please add to your testimony. Yes, I should do that. Best I tell you about it now before I forget again. Uh-oh. As the defendant requested, you will now testify about the sound you heard. I recall hearing a woman's voice. A faint, delicate sobbing, no less. That's it? Press. I can't really present anything to that. You heard a woman sobbing? Yes, sobbing or perhaps wailing. She sounded a bit like hinges that needed some grease. Wait. Hinges that needed some grease. Maybe I don't think that was a sobbing voice. Maybe that was a machine moving. And there was another noise too. Clack, 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 clack. It was a pleasant sound, rather like that of wooden cogs in motion. Huh? And another sound. A click clank of chains creaking. We come a long way from the sound of a woman crying. Ow, I remember now. A woman's scream was likely the contraptions. One second thought I heard too. I remember a certain wailing, creaking noise flowing through the air. And when did you hear it? We ran to the bell tower. I think it was when we arrived at the entrance. Indeed, only the quickest of us got there in time to hear it. Mr. Wordfest is a fast runner. Gotta be honest, never saw that coming. I think it might speak more for the slowness of the other vigilantes. Anyway, we got a new piece of info. The vigilantes heard some noises from the machinery in the tower. I wonder what was making all those eeks and clinks and clacks. Was there any machinery up in that tower? Now is the perfect time to present something that may have some connection to those noises. Well, by the way, prove it. Suspiciously. Alright, down the line. I think I have to go all the way to wordsmith thing. This. One second. Yeah, I just paused. I did a save state. I'm kind of unsure.
Objection!
Yeah, we got it. The defense had a theory regarding the source of those strange sounds. It was most likely this. This mechanism is on the middle floor of the bell tower. That reminds me. There was some contraption up there, unlike anything I've seen before. That's right, Chief. We never touched it, though. How about we try operating it and see what it does? We might be just be able to reproduce the sound that Mr. Lotolance heard at the crime scene. Right, you might be on something. But I testified about it before that, young man. I talked about it too. Yeah, but it's given the... yeah. Well, I got my curiosity. Let's see you set that contraption in motion. But Lord, just leave it to me. Everyone, pick up your ears. That's it. That's the very same sound I heard. Oh, it is. That's what I heard as well. Yes, that's it. As you all seen or rather heard, it's clear that the device was operating shortly after the incident.
Objection!
This doesn't change the fact that we know nothing about what that contraption does. Your demonstration has led to any valuable conclusions.
Objection!
Right back at you. Remember our demonstration a little while ago? Demonstration? Are you referring to that as a silly contraption?
Objection!
That's about right. That contraption serves a very specific function. The plan of the bell tower shows no stairs leading up to the belfry. Now, if you think about it in relation to the plan, it's obvious what this contraption is for. It's a mechanism enabling access up to the belfry. What? Is that what it is? Order, order! Another witch was in the bell tower when the incident happened. And the reason she was discovered was because she used that contraption to reach the belfry and hide.
Objection!
Hold your horses, Defender. You seem oblivious to the caption in your reasoning. What do you mean? I'm talking about your little demonstration earlier. Yes, the device was set in motion and made some strange sounds. Yet, that's all it did. That's all right. Nothing else happened. It was if the device was if it was a device fast at the top of the tower, then why didn't it take us there? There we go. That contraption is of no relevance to the case. Which brings it back to my erstwhile conclusion that there was no other witch.
Objection!
It truly did say that, High Inquisitor. And why is that? Sure, our demonstration didn't show it, but maybe the device didn't work because it wasn't used correctly. Why do you think so? My reasoning is simple. Let's just say it would be troublesome if just anyone could go up and sound that bell for a whole host of reasons. But so it's reasonable to assume that the access to the belfry would be restricted. In other words, that a special key would be needed. A key. And I think I know just what that key is. Oh, I know where this is going. Before I ask you to present evidence, I'd like to summarize your theory. You believe that there was another witch in the bell tower at the time of the incident. And that this witch used a contraption within the tower to make her way up to the belfry and hide herself there. Your whole theory is solely upon that contraption. If it doesn't allow access to the belfry, then your reasoning is full on wrong. I'm sure you know that would mean to Spella. Your mistake would seal her fate. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Alright then, the defense shall prove its theory. Show us its key needed to operate the contraption in the bell tower. Well, we kind of know what that is. That's the pendant.
Take that!
Take that indeed. The key to the contraption is this pendant. That belongs to the cubes, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. That's right. We found at the crime scene. Now, if we take a look at the bottom part of the contraption, there's a depression here about the same size of the pendant. Oh, yes, I remember. A hole in the shape of that pendant. But I don't get it. Why would that pendant be the key to the bell tower? Not sure either. At least not for now. But the point is, it definitely is. With this pendant, we should be able to access we should be able to operate the contraption and access the belfry. Ugh. Cannot talk today. Well, then the court will grant defense a chance to prove its assertion. However, you shall be given one chance only. Alright, it's gonna hurt. Are you ready, defender? Make sure you're prepared for consequences of a mistake. This will be your only chance. If it doesn't work, that's it. Yes, I'm ready. I got to be right about this. Good. To be honest, this looks like a puzzle. I wish the professor was here. This is totally his field of expertise. Are you ready, Nick? Should we give it a try? Yeah, it's got to work. Well, we've done puzzles before. The spell's fate depends on this. Talk about pressure. I gotta stay calm. Really? We're going puzzle mode now, are we? Puzzle 64, the bell tower. Pendant light is reflected by the blue gems on the circumference of the gears in the machine. Each gear will rotate 90 degrees when turned. Spin the gears to align the blue gem and redirect the light. The large sun again will only reflect light when the vertical position when rotated light must hit the red gem on either side at the same time. Okay, Nick, let's give this thing a shot. Ooh. Whoa, a beam of light. So, of course, this must be the key. That light just begging to be pointing at one of those red gems. You're right. Still, looks like there's something to trick the whole thing. A trick? Yeah, think about it. There are two gems. I bet we have to light them both simultaneously. Looks like we have to do it with just one beam, though. Well, are you sure we can pull that off? I got no clue, but we'll got no choice but to try. All we have to do is move the gears and bounce the light off those blue gems. Alright, no time for jitters, Nick. We gotta make this for a spella. Alright, so that rotates a lot of gemstones. Oh. Did you see that? It lit up for like a second. Yeah, it did, but that was only one gem. Okay, nothing happening. What exactly do you expect? The gems must be lit simultaneously. But there's only one light. It's impossible. Indeed. Now that we have our answer, I should say impossible. Oh. Wait a second. Let me try just one more time. That will not be necessary. Your time is up. Or have you already forgotten? You were given one chance to back up your claim. No way. Yeah, that was it. We can't do much else than that. We have to come back to it. We have to do something about it later. We're stuck. In the evidence, the event has failed to prove its theory. This contraption cannot be operated with the pendant. The pendant fits right in the mechanism, but there's no way that's a coincidence. But still, no matter how much I try, it seems impossible to direct the light at both gems at the same time. It seems your fool's experiment wasn't too much a waste of time. Huh? While you were tinkering with that contraption, the accused regained consciousness. Oh, it's Bella. Is she okay? Well, despite seeming a bit confused, she's in better shape now. Although, I wouldn't describe her situation as okay. Quite the opposite, in fact. Don't tell me you've forgotten your agreement with the judge. You failed to prove your theory. Since so, the accused's fate has been decided. There's nothing can say that. Attendants, bring in the accused.
Accused, the trial has reached its conclusion in your absence.
Come on, no, it isn't right.
The court shall now announce its verdict.
There's something wrong here. What's going on?
Verdict.
You are the Great Witch, and your true name is Bezella. This evening, a terrible crime took place. You killed your father, the Storyteller, using the spell Grandworm. Does the accused have anything to say?
Yes, I am Bezella, the one that brought calamity upon this town. And my memories are proof of this. I remember the legendary fire in which this town was burned to the ground.
This isn't right.
And
Something
this
wrong
day
here.
7 hours ago. I summoned a fire dragon and took my own father's life. There is no doubt that the Great Witch is a part of me.
What the beans? What's on her wrist? I'm pretty sure you guys can see it's under the word "the" in the text box. What is this? Are you saying there's... Wow, there are 2 pendants. Son of a... Then who's the bloody pendant?
Hold it!
No, a spell. You can't. Don't say that. You're under a spell. Don't give in. Shit. Fool. What? You've been fighting a battle in this court. You have come here with your logic, find consciousness down everyone. It was your battle, not hers. So how can you be telling her not to give up when you have already dropped your sword? If you are a true knight of the court, you will fight your battle to the end. Why is she telling me this? It's almost like she's encouraging me. Is she waiting for something?
No, it's okay, Mr. Wright. Ever since I was little, I can only remember being all alone. But that's not really true. There were people who were dear to me and memories that I cherished. At least, I think there were. But I've already lost all that. They were taken from me the moment I became Bezella.
Poor Isabella.
Still not right.
Since then, I started working at Aunt Patty's bakery. I met Mr. Wright, Maya, Mr. Layton, and Luke. The 4 of you did all you could to help me. I am truly happy to have met you. But blame for the Great Witch's crimes rests solely on my shoulders. So let's put an end to this now. Bezella must not remain in this town. Thank you, Mr. Wright.
It's on her wrist. Let's spell it. Well, I know exactly where I need to go with this. Think. Isn't there anything I can do? I just need something. It's on her wrist, on her wrist, on her wrist. Anything to offer even a glimmer of hope in this spare darkness. There's gotta be something, right?
Objection!
Oh, that was well timed. And louder. Your Honor, please hold off with the verdict. What's that, Defender? It's too early to pass the final judgment on Espella. What? Explain yourself. You said earlier the trial has reached its conclusion. But there is something we have yet to examine. What are you suggesting? Do you mean to say you have some new evidence? But surely there can't be possibly any new evidence at this stage. Very well, Defender. We shall play along with you just one more time. Now show us this evidence we haven't yet seen. The new crucial piece of evidence is on Spella's person. Come on, point that way. There's only one place where it can be. It's in Spella's possession. I have it? I saw for a second something there that she shouldn't have. An item that contradicts what we heard. My gut feeling tells me that this item is the key to the whole case. Most interesting. I shall enjoy watching you hopefully struggle through this like a fish caught in a net. I think your net has a hole in it, Darklaw. Okay, that took that one too far. Show us this new evidence that the accused supposedly has in her possession. Alright, we got a magnifying glass to point out. The freaking pendant on her wrist, even though we already have one in the core evidence. That means there's two pendants. Two.
Got it.
Got it. Espella, can I see that bracelet on your left hand? Yes, certainly if you'd like. It's actually a pendant, you know. But the strap got torn somehow when I was up in the bell tower. That's why I had it around my wrist since, well, just before this trial started. Ah, the pendant. Looks exactly the one we already have. What? Wait a minute. What's all this? We considered her pendant at the crime scene. Why is she wearing it now? I don't get it. It's giving me a headache. So I was right. I have another question about this pendant. Espella, do you remember when exactly the strap broke? I'm trying to remember, but no, I can't. I know it's still fine when we parted ways, but in other words, she had no memory of it. She doesn't remember when it broke or when she tied it to her wrist. That's certainly bizarre, I would say. Your pendant has already been submitted as evidence.
Objection.
Nope. And yet, Espella still has it. That's a fact we can all attest to, which means there must have been two pendants to begin with. Really?
Objection.
Uh-oh. So there are two. And the accused was caught red-handed at the crime scene. Whether the pendant is hers or not, it doesn't change anything. Yeah. She was caught red-handed by us, the Vigilantes. Sorry. This pendant proves something crucial to this case. It can't be more crucial than us to catch her at the crime scene. The second pendant wasn't dropped by Espella. So, as the defense already suggested, one more person was at the crime scene. What? Boom. I remember that. That was like the best. The 10-man knockdown. I love that. Order, order. Accused, submit your pendant as evidence in instant. Yes, my lord. Nick? If we had two pendants to work with, maybe you can see that contraption works this time. Now it makes sense. That must be why it didn't work before. Your Honor, the defense would like to try operating the mechanism in the bell tower one more time. What? Why not? The contraption didn't work before because you only had one pendant. But both pendants are needed to operate properly. Foolishness, try as many times as you like. It's no use. High Inquisitor Darklaw, you know this is a waste of time. If it's not going to work anyway, why not let the Defender see for himself? What? Defender, if you think you can operate the contraption with two pendants, then I suggest you go ahead and try it. Unless it's already dawned upon you that such a plan is futile. She's wearing the second pendant. What the heck? That's a glimmer of hope. That we pulled that one out right out of the frying pan. Let's hope it doesn't go in the fire. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a bad pun. Let's now make our way to the bell tower. This is going to be your last try. For real. I know. Are you not terrified? The life of the accused rests in your shaky hands. We won't have any more. Let me try again, please, your honors. Besides, you must be aware that this puzzle may well be unsolvable. You know, it's not just a Phoenix Wright game. It's also a Professor Layton game. And I wouldn't be able to solve a puzzle like this before arriving here in Labyrinthia. But now, I'm sure I can take on any puzzle. And it's all thanks to you, Professor. Because every puzzle has an answer. You taught me that every puzzle has a solution. I just said that. I have everything I need now. What do you say, Maya? Should we hurry up and get this started? Sure thing. It's puzzle busting time. For real this time. I'll switch it back downstairs once I get the text off, okay? The bell tower. Alright. We already know this. Oh. Cool. Ooh. Purdy. Okay, so let's start pins and gears. I don't think that's right. Whoa, that's some bounciness. This one? Oh, okay. Got it. That was simple. Hey, it's glowing.
The answer here is
It's
obvious.
obvious.
Puzzle solved. Take that.
Yeah. Nice work. Success! As the red gems shine with intense light, the larger gem on the pillar begins to emit a glaring light. I'm sure I did it right. Nothing's happening. Whoa. There it goes. It's the sound. Cool. Hey, Darklaw, that's a freaking staircase. This is... What an astounding contraption. What do we have here? There's still no comparison for the incomparable astounding of Mother Nature. Ooh, I like to climb up those stairs. I like to be on top. We shall escort you. I'm gonna tag. Really? Ugh. Okay, Nick. Let's go see what's upstairs. A bell? I've seen it.
Isn't this bell?
The Bell of Ruin.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's the bell that was taken from underground. The Bell of Ruin. The bell that must not be sounded.
For very many reasons. Huh?
Nick, there's someone hiding behind the bell.
Someone behind the bell? Oh, for Pete's sake, again? Oh, this is not, it's gonna shock a lot of people.
Miss Kira.
Miss Kira, oh, that's gonna blow the judge's robes away. I hope it's wearing something to that. Or just blow his hood off, I should say. To be continued. Cool. All right, hour 52 in. Let's work more. Let's go a little bit further and see what happens, huh? Let's see. We have 2 more chapters left. Okay. It's so quiet in here. It's not a sound to be heard. Let's be very careful though, Luke. The puzzle we just dealt with is not necessarily the only one in place here. Right you are, Professor. Let's proceed with caution. Okay. Well, as always, in a Layton game, we have to go around and get all the hint keys. I think that's all of them. Let's see here. I can't tell if I got them all or not. So let's enter. Yep, I got them all. Only one thing left to do. Oh, puzzle. It's a puzzle? That's what I think it is. It's like a lift. Indeed it does. Looks a lot like the kind of lift which we are well acquainted. But we haven't seen anything else like this since we arrived in Labyrinthia. Yes, quite. In truth, I didn't think a machine of this sort existed here. I wonder what is used as a source of power. Water gears? Windmills? Well, since there seems to be no other way up, doesn't mean we get to ride it. Indeed, that would seem the most logical course of action. I must say, I find the presence of such a device most intriguing. But we can't stand around pondering such things now. There'll be time for that later. Onwards upwards, my boy. Right then, let's go. I know I keep saying this, but bear in mind that we must proceed with caution. I'm with you on that one, Professor. Up they go. Professor, we stopped. What's going on here? Are we trapped? No, I don't believe so, Luke. Although I do get the feeling that something's about to happen. Something, Professor? What do you mean by something? Whoa, Luke, stand close to me. Okay. Oh, puzzle. Okay. Tower of Teller. Oh, on top screen. Interesting. A stone statue stands before you. Beneath it lies a panel with what appears to have once been a crest of some kind, now disjointed a mess. Move the panel by touching the arrows that connect them, and rearrange the pieces so the crest is correctly displayed. A sorter puzzle? Be careful that there's a limited number of times you can move pieces. And there's a no reset button. I need to get this one here. And this one down here. This one in the middle? Or the side? That looks right. Hey, that looks better. Okay. Oh, I see it. Can I just hit reset, by the way? Okay, that's better. Okay, that helps me a lot. As long as I don't... If I hit reset before the end of the puzzle, I won't take damage. Let's do it. So we'll do that first. And we need the crest to look like what it is in the top left of the screen. So, got that. Alright. There! Hey, we got it! Bye-bye, all statue.
Let's see if I've proven myself. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Fantastic. Correct. You can sense a formidable... You sense the approaching presence of a formidable foe in the shadows. Oh, fun. More problems. Whoa, we started moving again. It would seem this entire lift is in itself another puzzle put in place protecting whatever seems to lie ahead. I don't believe we're in a clear just yet. This may take a while. Oh, I'm not even clicking, man. We stopped again. Another stage of the puzzle. Dear, that would indeed, that would appear to be the case. I'll take on this one, Professor. All right, don't overexert yourself. We need to work together to solve the rest of this puzzle. Roger that. All right, now Tower Teller. Oh, it's a dragon this time. A stone statue stands before you. Beneath it lies the panel. What? Yeah, so you read this one right. Oh, this isn't too bad. Actually, this is actually really easy. All the circle bits are on the kind of on the outer wing, and their appropriate pointy bits are on the inner bit, right? So I just have to do this, then that, and to finish the sucker off, bam, yeah.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills.
Easy.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Correct, you come a long way. Keep it up. I read fast. I did it, Professor. You certainly did. Well done, Luke. But we're still not there yet, are we? Just how far is this lift going to take us? Well, judging by all the stages so far, whoever puts this puzzle in place is certainly keen we don't reach the top easily. We still can't afford to let our guard down. Whew. I'm not clicking. I have to read. It has to speed read that. We stopped again. Well then, allow me to take on this one. Oh, what a disjointed mess. I have to do it in 6 moves? What's it this time? What is that? What's a hippogriff or somehow chimera? Alright, so I need to figure out how to make that sun symbol. Oh, first I do a stretch apparently. Let's stretch. Woo, need that. Okay. Remember, that was good to stretch the body out. Alright, so let's see here. As long as I don't flub it up. Well, I can see one move I can do pretty easily. As long as I can hit the reset button before the last turn goes, I can undo all my undo it and do it right. So let's do this. Okay, let's get that in position. Hello. Hold on. All right, that was 2 pieces in position. Three pieces. Oh, I see it. Swap the middle in. Swap these 2. All right, now I gotta get this guy here, and this guy here, and this guy all the way here. Oh, follow the chain. Boom! Bye-bye. Hope that they hit one on the way down, huh?
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
That was a tough one, actually. Excellent.
That was an exceedingly difficult puzzle.
Oh, yeah, it was.
The next stop must be our destination.
Voiced.
I think you're probably right, Luke.
Well, this is it, Professor.
How much more chapters left, anyway?
It seems we have arrived at last.
Hmm. Okay. Just checking a few things, how much further I have to go.
Wow, this is certainly different.
There's the whole, like, it's a penthouse.
Flowers and plants everywhere. I can even see a water wheel over there.
Probably the power source for the lift when channeled correctly. That's how it works in Minecraft Korea, at least.
It is a beautiful place.
This evening breeze is a little chilly. So, is this the Storyteller's garden then?
I think that's probably a safe assumption, Luke.
It is quite beautiful, huh?
Judging by the abundance of water and rose bushes, it's being well taken care of. I'd be inclined to say the tower seems more akin to a castle.
Who'd have imagined we'd end up in a beautiful place like this? Let's investigate.
Well, obviously, since we get the magnifying glass going, we gotta hunt first. Hidden coins! Oh, 2. Oh, there's one. Can I move? Down. Back up. Okay, we got all the hint coins. Nice. Water wheel. Amazingly, it appears the structure was recently adorned with flowers and kept in rather good repair. I bet Bella sure must have had quite the comfortable life back when she used to live here. Oh, here we go. This building really is something else. I guess this part must be the storyteller's house. Bella must have lived here when she was younger. Yes, indeed. This must have been her family home. Her family. I wonder if she had any plan to ever come back here. No matter where she goes or what she does, family is family. This will always be her home. I say it's highly likely she would have wished to come back to here someday. I suppose so. Even if her family was only the 2 of them. The relationship between Bella and her father may well prove to be an important clue. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Huh? What's the matter, Luke? Nothing. I'm probably seeing things. But from over there, I thought I saw something moving at the top of the tower. Sorry, it must have been in my imagination. Let's go inside, Professor. Child's room, huh? Whoa. This appears to be a child's room? It certainly looks that way. From the condition, I'd say it hasn't been used for some time. Presumably, it is used by Bella as a child. Right, so this is where Bella grew up. Something pretty big must have happened to her to make her leave home so young. I wonder how Bella and the Storyteller used to get on together. Bella is a young lady with strong conviction and a kind heart. I'm certain that's because she grew up with a fine home environment. In other words, I'm sure she and her father must have spent some quality time here together. Yeah, I had a feeling you're right about that. For us Bella, this place must be full of precious memories. I almost feel we're intruding, come in here like this. But Luke, we have no choice if you wish to save us Bella. Yes, I suppose that's true. When you put it like that, I guess she wouldn't mind even if she knew. The paint on the walls didn't give this room a rather charming feel. It's all warm fuzzy inside, doesn't it, Professor? Well, we have coins to find. Oh, there's a coin. 1. How many coins are in this room anyways? Down. And up. 3. Got it. I always like to be sure, that's all. Oh, there's one. 2 hidden coins. Okay, lead back out again. Toys. Oh, there it is. 3. Huh? I'll zoom in. There's something behind that sheet. Oh, curtain. Crikey. Professor, it's behind the curtain. There's someone there. Oh. The mysterious figure turned out to be just a doll. Oh, that's a relief. My heart was in my mouth. A spell must have played with the doll, the child. Eh? What's this? Look, Professor, the child picture book here. The title is The First Story. It would appear to be a handmade children's picture book. I wonder if it was written especially for Spella. It may well have been. Evidently, a great deal of love and care has been put into the writing and illustrations. There was a bad witch in the town. All the carrots in the field disappeared, and all the money in the bank was turned into pumpkins. The people of this town had to put up with all kinds of mischief from the witch. They didn't know what to do. Then one day, a brave young girl appeared and said to the town folk, when the witch uses her witchcraft, she always uses this big stick, doesn't she? So if we take her stick, we will be able to stop her. After hearing it, the people in the town set a trap for the witch and managed to capture her. At her trial, the bad witch said this to the people. Even now, the legendary great witch, Bazella, is living here in this town. Bazella is the queen of all the witches. She is the one who gives us the witch's life. The town folk punished the witch, and peace was restored to the town once more. To this day, Bazella is still hiding somewhere in the town. But the brave town folks will not be beaten by the bad witches. Oh, that was a little different. Who would have thought there'd be a fairy tale about Bazella? She's a mysterious character, alright. Tell me, Luke, why do you think the author chose to write about Bazella in a children's picture book? Huh? Well, maybe make the child behave? Something like, if you don't do as you're told, Bazella will come and get you. That doesn't seem like the moral. Yes, indeed, that is a possibility. Still, I have to wonder, why is it that some lowly witch was caught and not the great Bazella herself? Sorry, it's just my look a little bit. Well, I suppose it is a bit strange. If Bazella herself has been caught, the story can be brought to a more conclusive ending. Do you think there's some other reason? It's certainly a possibility. I don't suppose there are any other handmade picture books in this room apart from this one. Handmade picture books. I don't see any. I guess that must be the only one. Which would imply this book has some special significance. I guess so. After all, it is handmade. I bet she really treasured it. Do you think it's the storyteller who wrote this book? The handwriting does seem very similar to that of the story. This book appears to have been written with a touch more care and attention. I imagine it was the storyteller who wrote it. He must have written it as a gift from father to daughter. That seems really thoughtful. Even the story itself is a little scary. I like to take this book to Spella. Yes, let's do just that, Luke. We must take good care of it. The first story adds items. Well, let's go to the most obvious thing. The door. I believe we've seen all there is to see here. Let us press on. New Storyteller map. Storyteller's room. Yeah, there's a few more coins in this room. Wow. Good golly, Miss Molly. That is a lot. That is a mess and a half. This must have been the storyteller's room. What do you make of this room, Professor? Not very tidy. This appears to be the very top room of the tower. Hmm? The parchment lying on the floor here seems very similar to the type on which the storyteller writes his stories. I think we can say with some certainty, like, this is the storyteller's room. This is the storyteller's room? Now, imagine something a bit grander, like a throne room with all kinds of posh decorations. Well, I'll agree it's a little eccentric. It's unmistakably the study of an author. He probably spent all his time in here and continues to write those stories. The stories. I wonder what Spell thought of it all. Her dad writing stories for all the townfolk, I mean. I wonder if she looked forward to seeing the new stories completed, or if the stories were probably a little too mature in content for a young child. I don't imagine the storyteller would have shown a Spell of many of them. But in that case, surely she can have many opportunities to even talk to her father, given how busy he was. I guess that means she was pretty lonely. It must have been hard on her, even knowing how important those stories are for the people of the town. But I don't think it's right. No child should be unable to talk with their dad. I absolutely agree, Luke. I believe it would be important in the upcoming trial to have an understanding of the Spella's feelings towards her father. Professor, knowing you, Luke, I'm sure you must have a lot of things on your mind right at the moment. So if there's anything at all you want to talk about, you will tell me, won't you? Of course I will, Professor. I'm always ready to listen, Luke. Now then, shall we start investigating this room? Alright, 3 coins, huh? Oh, there's no one. Oh, there's one. Is that a fire plane? Look, Professor, a photograph. Wait, I didn't think they even had photographs in this town. It's all been sketches and stuff like that. Indeed, it's not the kind of thing one would expect to find here. Too right, I certainly haven't seen any cameras about since we got here. There's no doubt this is a photo. This may be in some way related to the tower being so closely protected. What do you see in the photograph, Luke? There are 2 children, both young girls. The photo looks quite old, doesn't it? I wonder who they are. Isn't that a spell on the left? And judging by the outfit and hair patterns, Darklaw on the right? Bro. 2 pendants. Mystery. Well, one's surely a spell. There can be a little dot of that. Hey, you're right. And look at that pendant. It's the same one Bella always wears. The fact she continued to wear it even ever since shows just how important that pendant must be to her. What about this other girl? Do you think she's a friend of the Spella's? Indeed, I wager the 2 of them were rather close friends at that. They do look pretty chummy, right? See, they even have the same pendant. A glimpse into the Spella's past. This may well prove to be an important clue. I would like to ask her about it face to face. Let's borrow for a time being. I wonder if there are clues knocking about. Well, I say that something that you thought you saw moving earlier was the point worth pursuing. But isn't it the last room in the tower? I must have been imagining things. Not necessarily, Luke. If I'm mistaken, there should be a way to get beyond even this room. Let's look around more closely. Right you are, Professor. Picture 2 girls. Wow, the mystery just deepened and deepened. From the looks of this room, it appeared the storyteller was quite the talented artist. Something about this room makes it feel a lot like the professor's study. Wow, sure quite a bit of light comes through that stained glass, huh? I wonder if the tapestry is the topmost part of the tower. The only thing I paper that's strewn about the floor. Strange. It doesn't appear that they've been written on. I know it sounds a bit silly. Let's try not to trample all of these papers, okay, Professor? Oh, one thing left. Oh, puzzle. Okay. What is it, Luke? The letter on top of the piano. This is evidence during that trial. That trial, my boy. Yeah, the trial about Sir Belduk's death. The trial when you were, you mean when I was trying to go. In this case, this letter is the one that the storyteller's owl who gave us after we last paid him a visit. Well, yes it is, but that letter was completely blank, wasn't it? Indeed it was. That meant that was meant to be Sir Belduk's suicide note, which he addressed to the storyteller. The suicide note, you say? But the butler swapped the letter for some plain sheets of parchment before it got delivered. And those sheets were given to us by Mr. Hoot, who knew something was strange about them. I see. I certainly missed out on some intriguing developments during my absence. The real suicide note was real at the trial. But how has it ended up here? Well, I imagine that's quite simple, Luke. It's likely that after the trial finished, the letter was returned to its rightful owner. It was addressed to the storyteller, after all. Right, I guess that does make sense. I suppose the storyteller finally had a chance to actually read it then. Yes. In fact, it would be reasonable to assume that he most likely did so very recently. Perhaps even today while sitting at the piano. What on earth is going through his mind here before that bomb parade? There's something we're not seeing here, Luke. We need to investigate this more closely. What could it be? Sure, it's not a trap of some kind. It's unlikely that a trap would be so obvious. Just a moment. There's some kind of puzzle in this piano. Another puzzle? Okay. Below the stained glass window is written, "When the stars have aligned, the goddess shall pluck her harp, bringing forth her serene song. Rearrange the musical notes to create a lovely melody." When the goddess had... Oh! Okay, guys, give me 5 seconds. I'm gonna fire off a screenshot. I gotta wait for the right moment. Here it comes. Now. I think I got it. Let's take a look, huh? And then... Chords. Yep, got it. Okay, cool beans. All right, I'm gonna open this with photos so I can see what I'm doing here. Yes, I know I'm doing that. Okay. Zoom in a little bit. Center on the score. Boost that up. All right, so got it. All right, there. So I'm gonna bring it up on tablet mode, okay? So it's all right. So this is a screenshot of the game capture right now, the program you see right now. I zoomed in a little bit so we can see all the notes. We have the lights kind of revealing the score here. So it goes 4, 4.5, 5, 6, 7, 5, 4.5, 5.5, 3.5. Bit difficult to translate, isn't it? Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's flip the screen. I'll put it on my screen. So this is okay. So let's start with the first note. The first note is a really high 7. So I'm gonna put that in the 4th slot. That goes there. I need a half note here. Bam, 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 bam. Dun, dun, dun. I think that's right. Let me flip screen and put my template on screen again, huh? then I can't make the tablet bigger. Bum. 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 2 above. Back to start. Down half. Up 1. Down 1. 1, 2. That looks right. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Cool, we got it. So I'm gonna shrink this. And we hit submit.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Yeah. I like that. It's a fun one.
The joy of solving.
This is a time puzzle. I love it. Alarm! Superb! A loud bang rings in the air as this little glow adorning the ceiling begins to move. Whoa.
Look, Professor! A stairway just appeared. Could there be another room above this one?
Cool.
I have a feeling that the rooftop we saw from the garden continues above here.
Oh, I can see what you mean, Professor. It's really dark in here, but moonlight seems to be coming in from up above.
Well, there's no turning back now. The answer to the biggest mystery of all is surely waiting for
We're
us
almost got the
ahead.
mystery cracked. I love it.
I think so too, Professor. I wonder what on earth it could be.
The
Oh,
next
back
step
here.
in the Storyteller's story, if I'm not mistaken.
The next step? But the story has already finished, hasn't it?
Not yet, Luke. It's still a little too soon for the ending.
True that. Alchemist suicide note add to inventory. Nice. And there's the man of the hour, who's, of course, very much alive.
I had a feeling that you, of all people, would.
He's alive?
It's you!
I thought so. You are still alive.
Professor Layton, I've had enough of your running around, flagrantly contravening the flow of my story. As such, I can no longer ignore your meddling.
Oh boy.
Professor!
Whoa! Oh man. Man, Layton got skill. Come on, Luke. Come on, get it.
Professor!
Nice.
Thank
Oh,
you,
he's going sword style, baby. Let's go. It's a puzzle? Okay, it said all that the storyteller writes is destined to come true. Your opponent attacks are no exception. Memorize the storyteller's tale and deflect your moon's predetermined moves. Okay, it says enemy knights will appear in accordance to the storyteller's story. Memorize the order of the attack and deflect them using the knight's will moves against them. Touch the attack icons on the screen in the order that you think they appeared. Once you select your order, touch submit to see if your answer is correct. I'm afraid your role in the story ends here, Professor. Now allow me to write your tale of your demise. The knight drew his blade. At the battle came, he raised his blade overhead and delivered a finishing blow. Okay, so... That. Then that. Go. 1, 2, 3. Bam! Oh, he's skilled. Well played, Professor. But how you fare in this tragic tale? A new knight steps in for his fallen comrade. He slashed quickly, delivering 3 blows before finishing the battle with a 3-hit combo attack. Spin. Oh, I can barely keep up with that. Done. Get wrecked. This is a tough one, actually. Think you worked it out, do you? Let's see if you can predict the ending of this final chapter. Then the Fawn Knight drew his sword. As he attacked, he began to vanish into the air. His booms veiled in the embrace of the shadows. Chop. Wow, okay, that was difficult. Okay, so I know I saw an upper... I know an overhead chop. I'm looking at this for this. Then a spinny attack. Then a stab. Then I think I saw a slash attack. Then overhead just as he advanced, and then the last one, of course, is what's left. Yeah! Finish him! Nice. That would always get me. I have to have like the back end going a little bit.
Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Marvelous. In this case, you've seen that the pen is not stronger than the sword. Huh? Electrical sparks? They're machines.
Professor, behind you!
That's an axe and a big beefy guy, isn't it? Oh boy. Professor?
Professor!
Is he alright? It's a machine.
Professor!
Nice work. Bro got skills.
Well, now, that was close.
Yeah. Alright.
Storyteller.
Story boy.
I'm afraid that the power of your pen is no longer absolute.
You never fail to impress me, Professor Layton. Just tell me one thing. What exactly are you trying to achieve?
You could say, I'm trying to lift the veil that hangs over the town.
Yep.
That is indeed the case. The answer lies in the final story. This very evening, the great witch Bazella will be tried, and all stories will end. You should take your place in the gallery and observe the final trial.
What?
Permit me, if I may, to ask you a question, Mr. Storyteller. Why is it that you are here?
What?
You too should be watching in the gallery, watching as your twisted story unfolds.
My twisted story? What do you mean by that?
You must surely be aware that your story has already become twisted.
Yeah.
Take our arrival in this town, for instance.
That's very true.
Not to mention
My ankle
our
itchy.
being here at this very moment. Neither of these things could have happened in the story you wrote. In other words, what I'm saying is that you are no longer the weaver of the tale.
He's no longer the storyteller? Interesting. As you say. The story I crafted had indeed been twisted out of proportion by someone else's actions. I'm not surprised that you realize. It seemed nothing past those sharp eyes of notice. That is exactly why I decided to write the grand finale. To prevent any further distortion. Do you mean to suggest that by ending the story, you could return the tale to its original state? to its original state, you say. I'm afraid that's not the case. The entire truth behind Labyrinthia is signaled by a single spell. That's right, the final spell. The final spell, you say. When that spell is invoked, Labyrinthia's true form will become all clear to all. What kind of spell is that? It is a spell that has always been hidden within plain view. What's that supposed to mean? Essentially, the final spell is concealed at the start. Concealed at the start? What on earth are you talking about? Bah! I thought you two took it on yourselves to unravel mystery, do you not? Do you will with it. Very well. Now then, I believe there is just one thing that you may wish to hear from me. And what would that be? Firstly, what would you say that I told you that this twisting of your story is leading toward the grand finale and quite different to the one you have planned? What do you mean? This evening, you supposedly gave up your life to the great witch Padilla, did you not? As a result, the person thought to be Padilla is being tried at court in this very moment. Now, if you permit me to ask, do you happen to know the name of the accused? Naturally, I wrote the name myself, there can be no question. Of course, the name of the accused is Espella Cantabella. What are you saying? You mean my Espella is... Yes, the accused at the Dean's trial is none other than Espella Cantabella. That can't be preposterous. This is your doing. What have you done, Layton? You asked me what I've done, Mr. Storyteller. I am but a solver of puzzles and mysteries. I do not concern myself with scheming. My spell... Why? How is she the accused? Oh, so she's not supposed to be accused. Interesting. Perhaps you ought to go and see for yourself, Mr. Storyteller. You think it's a good idea to just stand out here, lamenting your daughter's fate? What to be done? Well, Mr. Storyteller, I will be returned to the court. I'd like to witness this grand finale with my own eyes. Yes, before I leave, there's one thing I'd like to make clear. I do not intend to simply take my place in the gallery and observe the trial. Naturally, there's only one place for me to stand in order to unravel all these mysteries. You mean to say that you will stand as the defender? Unfortunately, the defender's position is already taken. Moreover, Mr. Storyteller, I'm the one who knows the truth. The true identity of the great witch Padilla, that is. How can you know? There is only one place at which I should stand in order to assert such a fact. And that is not on the side of the defense. Surely you can't mean... I anticipate seeing you again soon, Mr. Storyteller. Okay, so 2:30, 2.5 hours in the stream. I'll call it quits. It's fine. Got so much more. I got. Let's see here. Let me look at the thing. We have 2 more chapters of story, gameplay left to go. If I plan this out, next Tuesday would be the 27th, and the last bit of story would be the 3rd of June. Give me a moment. And it looks like there's a set of extra episodes. Approximately 12 of them. So here's what's going to happen. I could call it, but I'm going to push myself a little bit more. To about another hour, okay? So much. Oh boy, that again. Okay. So another half hour. So I'll probably go a little bit deeper into the next, into this last chapter, and try to get as far as I can. Let's see, the last Inquisitor. So there's two. I think I know just where to stop the game. Stop playing. The right spot too. So let's keep going. Course now in session and once again in session. However, I must say I'm quite surprised at this recent turn of events. The scene is Kira at the witness stand once again. Frankly, I cannot believe my eyes. You were most certainly sent to the flames of the witch. That's right. I was there. I saw it. She was mercilessly was. Then how is she still alive? Is it because she's a witch? Can witches not die? No, she must have used the mirror and advanced just in time. I say send it straight to the fire. We do it ourselves if we have to. Great. Crazy loons. Enough. A witch must be in possession of a Talia Magica in order to use magic. I hate to disappoint you all, but you see such a thing on a person? I think not. But she must have... That girl must have used the mirror. Surely you can see the High Inquisitor. Nope. The mirror is a spell able to make someone disappear from sight. It cannot make one vanish entirely. And besides, an investigation conducted by the Knights of the Inquisition has concluded that this girl is not capable of using magic. Listen well, Miss Kira. Your existence alone jeopardizes the very peace of Labyrinthia. Yet, given the current situation, it is now imperative that you testify to this court regarding what you saw immediately.
Objection!
That will not be necessary. What? This girl has already been convicted and tried as a witch in the previous trial. What good could come from her testimony?
Objection!
Yep. But she was found hiding in the crime scene. I say that makes her a very important witness. A witness whose testimony we cannot choose to ignore. High Inquisitor Darklaw, I'm afraid your objection is overruled. Do you wish to proceed then? Very well. Let's see just how much her story and this girl is willing to tell the court, shall we? There's no doubt about it. Miss Kira must have escaped through the passage leading under the Chamber of Fire. Although, from the looks of it, the judge doesn't have a clue that the escape route even exists. Wish she hurry up and get the hint. I'm dying to take this helmet off already. The top of my head really itches. Sorry, Maya. Take that thing off now. We're good. It's done. Just hang in there a little while longer. Oh, you're the one that put it on. What's next? A paper bag? Very well, witness. You may begin your testimony. Explain to the court how you are standing here in court today, and why you are hiding at the crime scene. My role and identity. I'm not familiar with this Kira you keep talking about. I came from the Eldritch Woods. I came to this town to summon forth the fire dragon and kill the story. What the beans is that statement? As it rained, I waited near the bell tower next to the vigilantes for my chance. I was the only there to carry out my orders. I don't know anything else outside of that. You came here to kill the storyteller? Yes, that was my task. Well, that's, wow. Keep in mind, this girl was not the one who summoned the dragon in the end. That was the accused. As I warned you earlier, there's nothing to be gained from this witch's testimony.
Objection!
Sorry. Now hold on, she was still present at the scene of the crime with the intent of to murder the storyteller. The defense insists we be permitted to continue with our cross-examination on these grounds. Darklaw is really trying to weasel her way out of this cross-examination. That means there has to be something there. Okay. I must admit, I too am extremely interested in hearing what this witness has to say. Defender, you may begin your interrogation. Cross-examination. Let's party till we're hardy, baby. Oh. That's me, okay. My role identity. Let's press through the whole thing, because I'm gonna be a little confused here. You say you're not familiar with the name Kira? Yes, I never heard it before. But I say that is your name, young lady. Honestly, what witchery is this? I have no name. I am simply a resident of the Eldritch Woods, nothing more. Eldritch Woods? The very same woods said to house the souls of the witches sent to the flames? Are you telling me they really exist? No matter how you look at her, the Kira of the Nightwind Stand doesn't look much like of a soul to me. The girl has lost all memory of ever being a flower seller. That is all. That's all. If that's the case, then I wonder if she even remembers the running back in the marketplace. Miss Kira, do you have to remember me at all? No, I do not know you. I first saw you just now at the bell tower. Wow, that's a heck of a memory wipe. Where's the brain bleach you're using for her? I came to tell. Oh god, this one. Proud of it. Did you just say fire dragon? Yes, it was all part of my orders. I was told to come here this evening and wait for the right moment when the storyteller would appear before the people. Only then was I supposed to shout out the incantation as loudly as possible. Oh, great beast of inferno, he might call it Grandworm. You just said it. I believe this bears repeating. This girl does not possess a scepter. It is impossible for her to try summoning any sort of magic dragon. The giant, I like that. Then why are you hiding underneath the bench, Your Honor? Yes, well, as I thought, then, she could not have cast that spell. I believe I made it perfectly clear. This girl is not the Great Witch Padella. Naturally, the Great Witch is that girl there, Spella Cantabella. There could be no other. Well, from that photo, I can think of one other. As it rained, I went near the bell tower next to Vigilante for my chance.
Hold it!
Hold it. Hold it right there, Miss Kira. You snuck right past the Vigilantes? Yes, that's right. Ooh. This girl's a witch. Sorry, I'm power clicking. Some of the simple advantages inside the child's play, not right witness. Yeah, that is correct. Aha! I remember now. This girl used that very advantage spell. Demir, if I'm reassured. Well, what are you gawking at, witness? Continue the testimony. What was that just now? I'm gonna repeat that. I swore I just could have sworn I saw Kira's face turn even paler than normal. I don't like that. I'm gonna redo that.
Hold it!
Yep. Oh, it cut. Darklaw cut it off. Interesting. Darklaw cut her off. Hold it. All right, Miss Kira, who exactly gave you your orders? I cannot say. And why that? I am not to disclose the identity of the one who has given me my orders. That in itself is an order. Wow, that's some thorough brainwashage. How convenient. I'm only supposed to carry out my orders. Nothing more. I do not know anything else. And besides, there's nothing more than I can really do. Nothing more she can do? But hold on just a minute. Sure, you're capable of using magic. You are a witch, are you not? I am not a witch. What did you just say? I cannot use magic. She can't use magic? This girl is a witch. Everyone in this courtroom knows that as a matter of fact. There can be nary a doubt. Something feels off here. Doesn't look like there's much to work with. Even though she just didn't fully explain everything, I still don't fully understand. Oh man, Nick, you don't think this here is actually some sort of crazy magic zombie-ish, do you? Maya, you went through the same thing as Kira. Did you become a magic zombie? Oh yeah, you got that, huh? Luke and I couldn't believe it, and Kira, it was Kira when we ran into her in the marketplace. I mean, we thought for sure she was gone back to the trial. I don't think I'm far off though. This Kira is way different than the old one. It looks like she doesn't remember a thing. Almost like she's another person entirely. But what if that's just it, Maya? What if the real Kira right here, right now, is the real Kira and the old Kira wasn't? I mean, flip-flop, turn around? The real Kira, huh? Yeah, that's why. I think I'm bound to find something useful in her testimony. We got this, Nick. I hope you're ready to slam down some death because we're gonna do some serious pressing. Okay, this. Every time I try this, Dark Law cuts me off. Let's press it again. I want to read everything perfectly as close as I can. Hold on there, Miss Kira. You snuck right past the vigilantes? Yes, that's right. My orders at that time were to the girl of the witch. Therefore, something as simple as vanishing from sight is child's play. Is that right, Witness? Yes, that is correct. Aha! I remember now. Nope. She's a very... No, she didn't. Well, what are you talking about, Witness? Continue testimony. What was that just now? I could have sworn I saw Kira's face turn even paler than normal. Wait a second. There's something not right about this testimony. It's just a hot foot. What should I do? Press it harder, baby. Miss Kira, I have one simple question for you. You stated earlier in your testimony that you stuck past the vigilantes guarding the bell tower and went right in. Tell me, did you use the spell Demir? You can pat by them? That must certainly be the case. Had she not, she would have certainly been spotted.
Objection!
But remember what she said just a moment or two ago. She denied being a witch, and she stated she cannot use magic. Therefore, if that's true, then you, Miss Kira, would not have been able to use Demir at all.
Objection!
What a ridiculous argument. How else would this girl have been able to walk right into the bell tower unnoticed by the guards? Explain that.
Objection!
I have a better idea. How about we have the witness herself explain to you? What do you say, Miss Kira? I am not a witch. And I cannot use magic. So then, exactly how were you able to send it to bell tower without being noticed? Witness, amend your testimony this instant. Okay. What is going on? There's gotta be another way she got into that tower unseen. But I imagine I have no idea what that could be. I was wearing the robe of the... Oh, when did we get into Harry Potter? What the heck? Press? Hold it. Oh, wait, did you say robe of invisibility? Yeah, that's correct. A robe of invisibility? Surely you don't mean a robe that can make one vanish from sight when worn? Yes, that's correct. What? You didn't cut from the Reaper cloak, did you? Miss Kira, do you have that robe on you right now? I don't have it. That is... Where'd you get the flower? I dropped it. Back in the bell tower. What the heck was that? Why was this kid looking over at Darklaw when she spoke just now? Are you listening to this farce, my lord? Sure you don't give any credit to this witness's testimony. Especially the preposterous of a robe of invisibility. Indeed, I must say, witness, that is quite an unbelievable story.
Objection!
I don't think it's that crazy, Your Honor. What? If something like magic can exist, the chances of a robe invisibility being real are pretty high, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
If such is the case, then how about you put your evidence where your mouth is? Prove that this robe of invisibility exists. Prove it? Robe. What say you, defender? Can you prove the court that such a thing does in fact exist? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. The defense believes that it has evidence to prove it. Prove it. Why am I not surprised? The ridiculous defender only begets his arguments. I gotta admit, an invisible robe does sound pretty far-fetched, even for Labyrinthia. But, that's right. If there's even the slightest possibility that this evidence is right, then I gotta try it. Very well, defender. Please show the court this evidence. Show us this piece of evidence that proves that this the robe is robe. Uh-huh. Flower cover robe. Take that! There was, in fact, a robe dropped and left the crime scene tonight. A robe? Ms. Kira, that robe visibility that you mentioned earlier would have to be this one right here, would it?
Objection!
How ludicrous. Are you trying to tell the court that is the robe invisibility? If it's really a robe invisibility, then how can we see it right now? Dirty white spots and all. Ah, oh, she's not on point there. Oh, hey, what if the robe actually disappears when you wear it? Give me here, Nick. Watch and wonder as my other magnificent disappears before your very eyes. Well, so, are you amazed yet? Yeah, I'm amazed. How totally ridiculous you look in that. Hey, what gives? They must be busted or something. Disappear at all. Well, that's not it. No. Tonight at the bell tower, I was wearing that robe. What did you say? Order. I said order. But how is that? But how is it possible? The robe did not disappear at all just now. That's because of the white powder on it. It's usually not that dirty. Oh, you mean these spots here? Please don't tell me. Oh yeah, Patty totally unloaded an entire bag of flour onto the nights, remember? Not to mention it'll still rain when we're up here. The flour must have gotten nice and wet and so stained the robe. Say, what if we washed the flour off? Ah! There's a small water fountain at the edge of the square. Head there right now and wash the robe so we can get to the bottom of this. Quickly now. I think he wants to try wearing it. I can totally see the judge trying to want to walk around in robe invisibility. Alright, this should be too hard. Take note that that's how you do the laundry. See, all you do is throw the robe in the water like so. Maya, no! Oh. Wait, what? So, you see anything, Maya? That's just it. I don't see a thing. It disappeared. What? That's embarrassing. I frantically took a closer look at the water in the fountain. But the robe had actually vanished without a trace. Right there inside the fountain. That's the most ridiculously silly thing I've ever seen in my life. Defender. Oh, wow, spinning. What does that mean? How can you have lost such a vital piece of evidence? Your Honor, it wasn't on purpose. Just me, I wish I knew how it happened. I can't believe it. The robe actually disappeared from sight. I don't quite know what you're talking about. I can still see the robe just fine. Huh? Look, it's right here, see? No, Miss Carol, I really don't see. To see. So, is that how it works? Putting the robe on makes you disappear completely from sight? But from the looks of it, only Kira is able to actually see it. It is not just me. It's all I have in the Eldritch Woods. All of us can see the road. At Eldritch Woods. Our village lies deep within the recesses of the forest, in a world much different from this one. That is where I live. As long as we believe the law of the land, we are allowed to live there. I knew it. There's definitely something different about Kira compared to the rest of the townspeople here. For the time being, the only way we can see the thing, we'll cover it in flour again for the sake of visibility. But there's still one tiny thing that bothered me. Miss Kira, your robe was found on the middle of the floor of the bell tower. However, you were hiding in the upmost level. You testified a little while ago that you dropped your robe, but I have to wonder, what exactly were you doing there on the top floor? It would seem there's still much we must ask this witness. Wait, say you're hiding for the Dark Law. To the Inquisitor's duty to allow, my lord. This is not such a matter. I have no objections. Very well, witness, you are hereby ordered to continue with the testimony. Tell us what happened between your day sneaking up to the top floor of the bell tower and tonight's most terrible crime. Yes, okay. What happened on the top floor? Yep. Oh yeah. Don't like them jump scares. I was waiting in the middle of the middle floor of the tower. I started to turn around, but I was too late. Then it attacked me from behind. There was nothing I could do. My arm was strained, and the attacker covered my mouth. As I struggled to get away, I think I managed to pull something off my attacker. That's when I lost conscience. I woke up to find myself next to the bell on the top floor of the tower. She got attacked? Are you saying someone attacked you while you're in the tower? Yes, that is correct. But who? I don't know. They attacked me from behind, so I couldn't see who it was. So you're unconscious the whole time, huh? That's why I was unable to complete my mission. But even if I had been unconscious, I couldn't have done anything trapped high up in the belfry like that. I wonder if that weird contraption we found there was used to move Kira up to the belfry. At least I can't see any other way she could have gotten up there. You heard the witness. She was locked up in the belfry of the tower. In other words, she couldn't have anything to do with tonight's events. Therefore, there is no need for early useless interrogation.
Objection!
Nope. Not so fast. The witness also testified that someone attacked her tonight. Defender, are you implying that this attacker could have been Bazilla? I cannot say for certain, Your Honor. Regardless, the defense requests we be allowed to cross-examine this witness. Request granted. Now begin. Defender. Now the defender, you may begin your interrogation. I'm tired. And here's where the fun begins. Let's see if we can coax this mysterious second witch out of hiding. Here we go.
Hold it!
What exactly did you pull off? I was still really dazed at times, so I can't remember it very well, but when I flung my hand up, I felt myself grab a small, round object. I wanted to pull it off without thinking, but I felt whatever it was snap right off. So, from what you're saying, it sounds like this could have been something that was on your attacker's person. I think so. I can still feel it even now. Felt like I thought I just snapped a piece of rope or something. I really wonder what it could have been. I think I recognized the shape. I saw it. She recognized the shape and saw it. If we only had something that could trigger her memory, then all we have to do is present it and be in business. Yeah, tell me about it. No, that might be a bad idea, Maya.
Hold it!
That is a good idea, actually. You were able to catch a glimpse of their attack here? Yes, that's right. Not even a teeny bit. They attacked me from behind after all. Did I just hear correctly? Sounds like she's hesitating in answering. By the way, may I ask why you turned around, Miss Kira? What? What do you mean? Well, it's just that you said you suddenly tried to turn around. Something must have really grabbed your attention to make you try to turn around so suddenly. I don't remember. I do think I heard a sound from behind me. You saying you heard something that's what made you turn around? Yes, but I don't have any recollection of what exactly that was. Starfall's grabbing her neck again. They attacked me from behind. There's nothing I can do.
Hold it!
Was the person male or female? Or you're not sure? I don't remember much. But I do know the person easily overpowered me. I remember they grabbed my left wrist. I tried to scream, but they couldn't cover my mouth before I had a chance. I desperately tried to break the hole, but it was no good. It sounded like the attacker managed to restrict her move from behind. I think I know what should got pulled away. Objection. Miss Kira, you say you felt yourself snap something off your attacker. Would that thing have any to be this right here? Oh, that's it. I rented the shape. That was the object I grabbed. What did you say? But that the accused's pendant, was it not? Nope. Sorry, Your Honor. A little off there. Not quite, Your Honor. There are actually two pendants like this. The one you see here is the counterpart to Miss Cantabella's. Now I remember the necklace was actually very tough. It didn't really rip off right off so easily. So I struggled against it, tugging and pulling at it for a bit. I'm saying I must have scratched their neck in the process. She scratched up her attacker. Yeah, I think so, but I don't know for sure. Nick, in that case, that means the dark stuff on the necklace could be... Yeah, that could be the attacker's blood. As the court can see, there are still traces of blood left on the necklace itself. However, take one good look at my client, and you'll notice there are no visible scars or cuts of any kind around her neck. Ergo, there was no way Miss Cantabella could be Miss Kira's attacker.
Objection.
Oh, going right back. Nice try, Defender, but I must stop you there. Huh? Have you ever forgotten what I told you? The Great Witch can use any spell in existence. She could easily heal any such wound in a blink of an eye. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I already missed because of Barnum. Me too. Man, we really can't catch a break on this one, huh? Let us resume the interrogation. Witness, continue your testimony. Okay, that's not right. For the truth, still, she's definitely avoiding making eye contact. Not to mention she's extremely hesitant. There's no doubt about it. She's trying to keep something big for getting out. In that case, look, let's give it all we got and get to the bottom of it. Okay. Let's... I want to repress this. You say you lost consciousness? Yes. In fact, it actually felt a lot like magic. It was the first time I ever experienced a magic spell quite like that. As I thought there was magic at play here, it must remind you that the Great Witch Fidel can use any and all magic of the snap of her fingers. Grandworm, Goldor, Familia, Goldor, Demir, and Ignites. Indeed, such a spell does, in fact, as this, it was, oh, that's what it's called again. Don't swear, Your Honor. Just leave it to me and my trusty old Grand Grimoire. I wonder, could Tyr's attacker have been a witch? It really doesn't look like magic was used to knock her out, though. I already read this. So I got Maya working on the book, so that's good news.
Hold it!
Okay. You captured a glimpse of your attacker. Yeah, it sounds like she hesitant. Okay, so we're breaking through her testimony one chunk at a time, but I have to hit it in the right order. Why did you turn around? I don't remember. Alright, I do think I heard a sound come from behind me. You're saying that you heard something that's what made you turn around? Oh, I don't think they're the right statement. So I tried 3 and 4 already. So let's try pressing 2 again. Was the person male or female? Or are you not sure? I don't remember much. But I do know the person easily overpowered me, left lips, my cream, covered her mouth. Desperately tried to break the hole, but no good. Sounds like the attacker managed to restrict her from behind. Still saying that there's definitely something not right here. Just something about her testimony doesn't add up. Yeah, something about it is a tiny bit different from what we heard so far. I think it'd be a good idea to check the court record again, Nick. Wait, her... From behind... Hang on, hold on. How can she get the pen off of her? If her arm was restrained and an attacker covered her mouth.
Objection!
Press the pendant here. Or present it, I'm sorry. Kira, there's something a little strange about your testimony just now, wouldn't you say? Huh? You stated that you were attacked from behind and that the attacker grabbed you by the wrist, correct? Yes, that's right. Assuming that was, in fact, the case, then I'd say no matter how much you struggled, there's no way you could have been able to yank out the pendant, don't you think? Right, the angle of attack was wrong. The strap on the pendant was too short. There's no way you could have reached behind you and managed to pull it off. That is a good point. Miss Kira, the only way you could have been able to yank this pendant off your attacker is if they are standing directly in front of you. Oh! Order, I say. Witness, is this true?
Objection!
The witness was the victim of a physical attack. It's only natural she'd be a bit confused on some of the details.
Objection!
Nope. High Inquisitor, I wouldn't exactly call mistaking the location of your attacker being a bit confused. I'd call it more of a barefaced lie. Well, now, Defender, I see you are as pathetically short-sighted as ever. Your argument is only valid as in that she actually saw her attacker. If she was not able to see the person, well, I'd say it makes no difference where they were standing. They pushed into the mirror. Then that means the attacker was also wearing one of these robes? No, she's pushing the mirror and Great Witch nonsense again. I already stated earlier, only residents of Elwitchwood are able to see these robes. In short, the attacker must have been a witch and must have disappeared from sight with the use of magic. You must mean the Great Witch Padilla. There's only one more thing. There's one more thing proving the attacker to be a witch. And just what might that be? The witness has stated that she lost consciousness. If you take a look at in the Grand Grimoire, you notice a spell called Feign Foil. Witness, allow me to ask you, did you hear the incantation of this spell? Now you mention, oh no, I do remember hearing something like that. What? Seriously? Here it is, painful. Causes those who hear the incantation to lose all consciousness. We must not forget, the Great Witch can use any and all magic at will. Instant painful. Instant sleep spell. Causes those who hear the incantation to lose all consciousness. Takes effect. The effect takes hold of the second the incantation is heard. Witness, a menu has been reflected the important piece of information. Yes, right away. Oh boy, I can't believe she managed to get out of that one. But still, I'm not about to give up just yet. I'll keep going on it until we finally get to the bottom of who the attacker really is. Now then, let's continue with the interrogation. Press it.
Hold it!
Hold it. You heard the incantation. Are you absolutely sure about that? Yes, there was no mistake in it. The attacker used magic to vanish from sight, went up the stairs, and rendered the witness unconscious also with magic. Clearly, this was the work of none other than the Great Witch Padella. It is no mere coincidence that the attacker was able to use such spells. This is certainly no ordinary witch. Afterward, the witness of the attacker carried her off. Naturally, that it required the use of both hands, one would think. But both hands in High Inquisitor. In other words, the witch would not have been able to use the whole Italia Magica. Ah, right, and only the witch that doesn't need something like that is Padella. I see you have somehow managed to get that through your thick skull, Defender. Very well, continue, Witness. I'm not done yet. Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. She heard painful, but then was attacked, held down. She saw her experience all this. Present. This ain't painful. Can't be. Because, as the book said, its effect takes hold the second the incantation to turn around. She had some experience. She was put to sleep by just the usual stuff. So, present. Object. Miss Kira, I have watched you at the witness stand this entire trial, desperately trying to keep something hidden from the rest of the court. I wonder if you're familiar with this saying, a lie begets more lies. It means multiple lies are bound to unravel and leave your story with more holes than Swiss cheese. Get to the point, Defender. According to the Grand Grimoire, painful causes the person to lose all consciousness. It's written here in black and white. Its effect takes hold the second the incantation is heard. Miss Kira, you testified as follows. You heard the incantation for painful and immediately became aware of the presence of your attacker. You then put up a fight. But if you really did hear that incantation, there's no way you've been able to yank that pendant from your assailant. Got him. More holes. We're punching. The light's coming through. The meaning of this, is that Miss Kira didn't actually hear the incantation. Actually, she claims she did. But then why on earth was the scorer unconscious? Kira was definitely knocked out by whoever attacked her, and when she woke up, she found herself on the top floor of the bell tower. It's possible Miss Kira was rendered unconscious by... I can't say another witch because that's crazy. There is no other kind of sleep spell, so something other than magic. The answer is obvious. Something other than magic must have knocked her out.
Objection.
And what, may I ask, makes you so certain of that? Is it not possible another spell could have been used?
Objection.
Nope, sorry. That's just not possible. You all people should know that. What? Miss Kira claimed that she heard someone say the incantation is completely false. Even so, that would be too much of a problem if she actually had heard an incantation. That's right. However, going by her testimony, that can't have been the case. The only spell capable of making someone go out night is Fainful. Isn't that right, hiding with the Dark Law? Defender, are you claiming there is another way besides magic that could have been used to render Miss Kira unconscious? There's only one other thing that crossed my mind. I'm speaking, of course, about sleeping medicine. Sleeping medicine? If you remember, Miss Kira stated that the attacker covered her mouth before she could scream. In doing that, the attacker was able to administer a potent sleep medicine, thus putting Miss Kira out like a light. Indeed, that does make sense. Therefore, Your Honor, the attacker did not necessarily have to be Bedella. I mean, why would an all-powerful being, capable of commanding any and all magic, need to resort to drugging someone?
Objection!
Hold it right there, Defender. They managed to see past the guards and make their way up to the tower. Clearly, they must have used magic to appear invisible.
Objection!
Nope, sorry. You don't need magic to make yourself invisible. You don't need magic to make yourself disappear, High Inquisitor. Throw this on and get past those guards at the tower is a piece of cake. The robe. But, despite all that, there's still one glaring problem. Miss Kira, yes? You admitted to the court earlier that you were attacked from the front, correct? If that's the case, there's only one possible conclusion we can draw. You, Miss Kira, were entirely capable of seeing your attacker's face. Why is that? I didn't... It's simple. You said it yourself. Only residents of Elwich Wood are able to see this road. That means, Miss Kira, there's a piece of this puzzle only you could possibly know. Only you can tell us the identity of the person who entered the bell tower and attacked you tonight. Ooh. Nailing all sixes, man. I can't tell you. No matter what happens. I just can't tell you no matter what. Oh man, we're getting tense here. You see, everyone, this witness has been covered up for someone from the very start of this trial. What? But luckily for us, we won't be needing any more of Miss Kira's testimony. The answer is staring us right in the face. I'm speaking, of course, about the true identity of Miss Kira's attacker. All the clues so far point to this one person. Defender, I take it you are prepared to prove such a serious accusation? I am. Alright, looks like it all comes down to this. Now we just have to finally see who's been pulling the strings this whole time. Very well, Defender, tell the court. Who was the one responsible for attacking the witness and locking her up on the top floor of the bell tower? Go for the list. Cannot happen. So let's look at the list here. Can't happen. Supposed to be dead. Unsure. A cat, really? Yeah, right. That's the guy. That's the one that stuck by, and she was the one attacked. Remember the rule. Once you eliminate the impossible, what is left, how improbable, is the truth. Present. Here it comes. The answer is obvious, Your Honor. It was you, High Inquisitor Darklaw. What? Finally, dragging the puppeteer out to the stand. Well, order the court. There's no way. I must say, Defender, your courage is impressive, however reckless you may be. Accusing a High Inquisitor is no small feat, I assure you. However, with the serious accusation comes serious consequences. One small misstep. Now a person sees that you never set foot in this courtroom ever again. Mark my words, Defender. I understand. My, how confident. Let's see if that confidence of yours is well justified. This cure attacked her, drugged her with sleep medicine. It likely took no more than a few seconds for her to lose consciousness. This medicine must have been very potent. True. After all, its effects appear to be somewhat similar to magic. There's only one person I can think of in all labyrinths who could supply you with all that kind of med. Sir Newton Belduke.
Objection!
Defender, you are aware that Sir Belduke has been deceased for over 3 months now, are you not? That's a fact I'm well aware of, believe me. While he was still alive, Belduke provided the citizens of this town with a variety of medicines for what ailed them. But it wasn't all just medicine. He also created some very dangerous concoctions. That's why, after he passed away, all of his medicines and creations were confiscated. The confiscated, including Barnum said as much in the last witch trial. The victim was an alchemist, after all. We were hoping that the items confiscated from the study could provide some clues. Besides, such things must not fall into the wrong hand. It may not be standard practice, but it was deemed necessary. The confiscated goods are stored in our secret vault. The only person who has access to them is the High Inquisitor, Lady Darklaw.
Objection!
So, because I have access to the medicine, I must be one that used it. Is that what you're getting at, Defender? That's right. Unfortunately for you, I wouldn't hardly call that proof. You said it yourself. Sir Belduke concocted a plethora of dangerous medicine in his efforts to assist the people of town. He is well known for this fact, a fact he no doubt was none too pleased with. As such, it is highly likely that those same dangerous substances are still scattered throughout town. He's trying to do that. And therefore, Defender, it is entirely possible that the culprit was able to get their hands on such dangerous medicine. Indeed. Long and Sir Belduke's medicine played an active part in maintaining the health of this town's citizens. There is plenty of reason to believe that some of his more dangerous meds still remain within Labyrinthia. A piece of advice, Defender, next time you speak in court, I recommend you try procuring some real evidence for spouting such idiotic accusations. If you fail to do so, your next rule will be ushered to the flames. Figures, and I knew she would take that argument sitting down. But both High Inquisitor Darklaw and Inquisitor Barnum are very harbingers of justice within Labyrinthia. Raising such an accusation against either one of them without valid reason will result in the most severe of punishment. What does that mean by the most severe punishment? I think the judge is saying that if I don't start making a case, we're going to be paying Sir Belduke a visit real soon. I need to present some decisive evidence and fast. I'm pretty sure I should be able to do that much. High Inquisitor Darklaw is the attacker, and the one thing that proves it is Darklaw herself. Remember what Miss Kira said. The defense believes that there's one clue linking Darklaw to the crime. High Inquisitor? That clue is actually still on you right now. On me. That's like the 3rd or 5th time she's gone for her neck. I must admit, I do not know where you're going with this, Defender, but please point out this clue to the court. Show us this clue so it's still on the High Inquisitor person. Up. Right. Take that! Oh, got it. The High Inquisitor's neck? You know what I mean? Miss Kira yanked this pendant off of her attacker's neck. Take a good look at the necklace. It still had a bit of blood left on it. According to her earlier testimony, when Kira pulled out the necklace, she supposedly felt herself scratch the attacker's neck. That correct, Miss Kira? Yes. Therefore, the attacker should still have a mark on their neck from having been scratched. Oh! Wouldn't you mind letting the court take a look at your neck, High Inquisitor Darklaw? I'm pretty sure that underneath that high car, we'll find exactly the mark we're looking for. Sorry. Unless, of course, you were able to get rid of it with magic. Most impressive. What? I have to fade it, Thunder. You managed to find home that dull blade of yours and something of use. You are correct. There is a fact mark on my neck that I did receive tonight. What? What? Lady Darklaw. What is the meaning of this? Does that mean Lady Darklaw is the Great Witch? Your Honor. Yes, I see you still here, Defender. Your Honor, I know you're shocked and everything, but come on, work for me here. Your Honor, the defense would like to call High Inquisitor Darklaw to the witness stand. What? Uh-oh. Just checking to see the thing. What did you say? It's quite clear that the High Inquisitor had some concussion to what's transpired tonight. And what's more, there's a chance that she used her position of authority as High Inquisitor to frame my client as the Great Witch. But never in all my years at Judge's Court has an Inquisitor been asked to take the stand in the middle of a trial. Well, we're going to have to make some history here if we're finally going to find the truth, Your Honor. Even so, this trial cannot continue any further without an Inquisitor. Hey, in that case, how will you get Inquisitor Barn? Inquisitor Barn remains incarcerated in the underground dungeons for the crime of treason against the Storyteller. I don't think he'll be able to make it to his party. Oh, most regularly, Defender. This whole thing is hopeless unless High Inquisitor Darklaw takes to the witness stand. A spell will be done for, and the truth along with her. But on the other hand, without an Inquisitor on your side, the trial can't continue and the outcome will end up the same. What should I do?
Hold it.
Oh! Layton?
I believe I can fill that role.
Wait,
Professor,
fill the role of the Inquisitor?
What are you saying?
The prosecution?
I can prove conclusively that Espella Cantabella is, in fact, the Great Witch Bazella.
And now we have our title. Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright.
Now, Mr. Wright, the time has come at last to settle this once and for all.
Oh, man. Wow.
I've been waiting for the professor to show up. If there was anyone who could find some decisive evidence to win this thing, it was him. However, he ended up standing behind the Inquisitor's bench. The professor wasn't on our side here. I had to wonder, what the heck was going to happen?
I'm gonna leave you wondering all week because I'm tired. Okay. This. Bam. Pause. Okay. Ah. I am cooked. I am hot. I am tired. I got work early tomorrow morning, so I gotta go to bed early. Okay. And I have to go to bed. And I can't. So I'm not gonna be able to rate. I don't think I can rate right now. All right. So, man, so many twists and turns and that nonsense, huh? But we are halfway through this final case. Now, I'm not gonna. I know what I'm doing. I know how to handle it. I'm not gonna continue the case and burn myself out twice over. So that's my rule of thumb. I have a, and as for the issues with at work, I got a plan for that. Ugh. All right. Anyways, we are. I think I'm done for tonight. Let me check if anyone up and lit and streaming. No. Hell divers. That was like an hour ago. See if he's still going at? No, he's not. Okay. So I'm just looking through the list of people that I can raid. Okay, one moment. Call of Duty splits, DK returns, Skyward. Um, I told myself I need to go to sleep. I really do need to go to sleep, guys. So I'm probably gonna call it quits for the night. So, anyways, yeah. So holy crow, now we got the title of the whole darn game on display for everyone to see. Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton in a court of law. This is gonna be a very interesting case now. And we still have, I looked at the rest of the content. We still have a good solid chunk of game to go. That was about halfway through the second to last chapter, not including the special episodes. So we got a lot of work to pound out too. So, but we can do that next week. And more than likely, I'm going to take care of the special episodes myself pretty quick. Hopefully, I can get that done fast. In any case, thank you guys very much for watching. If you haven't done so already, or if you're watching the VOD here on Twitch or on YouTube, drop a follow here on my Twitch channel it's the easy way to keep my content when I'm not live, and the best way to support me because I don't need money. I'm just happy the way I am. I have 3 offlines: Twitter page where I post schedules, go lives, and thank yous. So check that out. I have a Discord server for Spawn Best offline. So make sure to read those rules and accept them if you want in. I have my IT service there. And finally, I have a YouTube channel for the past VOD. So get in there, just hit the sub button to know when I drop a new video or a new VOD, or I might drop something a bit more special. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow when we start a bit of our Metroid craziness, okay? Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Laters!